How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. I don't know what it says about you guys and how amazing you are that we're just on a third hype train right now. We didn't do anything. We were on the starting soon. Calm down.
It's a pretty starting soon screen.
You know, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Sammy and Mike who rated in, and Taff giving out the gifted subs. Valerie making sure that not only Splanky but WTF are also subbed, and Taff also just doing the tier 2 subs for 48 months straight. Metro Lady Tiger, just guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You're all just the best. Last we left off, we're at a tavern. Shocker, shocker. A tavern in Dungeons and Dragons. I know.
Yeah, this is episode 1.
Yeah, you guys lose all your levels.
Roll character sheets. Go ahead.
No, please. I'm begging. A couple of weird things happened. One, on the way to said tavern, because we're passing through, they met a strange fae that had it out for, initially thought to be Puff. Turned out they were looking for a Harengon, and after the party managed to stuff Puff into a bag of holding,
I went willingly.
you still require some stuffage.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Cheeks.
They managed to, Puff managed to elude the gaze of this satyr. And as the party arrived at Hoach, the tavern, they discovered that Austin, a Harengon that the party has met before, is also here. So the party thinks, I'm just going off of the external processing from last episode because I'm not giving any hints or spoilers. The party thinks it might have something to do with Austin, this other Harengon. And Puff got drunk for the first time. Still drunk.
No.
No? Oh, that's right.
I got
right.
Cure poison.
Alien
That's right.
restorated him.
Yeah.
That is correct. After mistakenly going to Austin's room thinking it was their room, Puff discovered a corpse who had been killed via vice. Pierce managed to do a little moving around before, to get the party to get their bearings before Hoach got there, but Hoach did arrive up on that second story. And that's where we're at. I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table, and it's my absolute honor to be here with these two wackadoos. And I got covered in biting ants today, so if I'm a little fidgety, it's because I've been bitten. I got the bug. If you would like to join our community, we have bingo, and it's a wholesome yet chaotic community over on the Discord. Feel free to hop in over there if you want to get caught up. You can go over to the YouTube Longshot, and someone hopped into one of my solo streams the other day and was like, "Hey, just want to let you know I discovered you about half a year ago. And you said that if you had the itch, I've got your fix for D&D, and I have watched everything." That is 6 years of multiple campaigns. That's hundreds of hours. For one campaign alone, it's hundreds of hours. So we're working on a Hall of Fame. I don't know how we'll like prove that someone's watched everything or anything like that, but I think that makes 2 or 3 people that have gone back and rewatched everything.
Quizm.
What'd you say?
Quizm.
Quizm. What was this one NPC? What was this one throwaway joke?
37, and exactly 15 minutes in, what did this player do with their left eye?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mail you a Scantron, and if you get less than 70%, Nah.
Again, I am SirFeffers, and I've got Patreon as well. And let me throw over to Pierce Ashwalker, aka Andy, aka ValveMax.
You guys, I want to pour one out for our boy Draconic, who was having internet issues. Couldn't make it tonight. If he's able to actually make it at some point, if his internet comes back, that would be fantastic. Maybe he can save us again from whatever hell we awaken. But
There's a pattern emerging.
What are you talking about?
We don't plan.
Doesn't sound like us.
Drac, in case you watch this later, we love you. We miss you. We wish you were here. But I'm Andy. And you can find me as ValveMax010 on most socials. I'm mainly on TikTok. I do little goofs and gags about D&D related content. Today's drink is a strawberry mango ghost. Snack is sour gushers.
Nice.
And Pierce is going to try and clear our names, however that comes about. I spilled it. Metro,
one out.
save me.
I'm Puff. I apologize for anything that we may or may not end up causing for Azalea to clean up, but you know, when left unattended and unchaperoned, it'll be fine. I'm Metro Mike. I do special effects makeup and play RPGs and Souls-likes and survival games on Twitch. Right now we're knee deep into Oblivion, which is the nostalgia of being 14-year-old me as an adult and actually understanding you can read things in RPGs. Because when I played that, I didn't. I just kind of ran around, so I'm super stoked. But yeah, I'm fucking excited. I'm excited to see how this plans out. It'll be fine. I don't have any red hands. I made sure not to touch my feet, so the blood is not on my hands. It's only on my feet.
There's no blood on my hands. What are those paw prints? Those are my toe beans.
If you look at the tracks, blood walking in, blood walking out.
So
in a straight line.
As a quick point of order, I think we all need this answer. Is your foot shape for Puff, is it like long?
Yeah.
We got down to the bottom of that faster than I thought we would.
Yeah, he doesn't have his paws, which is hilarious because he's got little rabbit hands, like little tiny rabbit, like the front little rabbit paws. But his feet are the big floppy feet.
Excellent.
But because he's a 2-foot medicine ball, you just see toe beans sticking out.
Love it.
And that's it.
Okay. Where we left off was Hoach saw the corpse.
There was a corpse? I only saw the blood.
Oh, that's right. It was dragged away. Apologies.
Yeah.
Saw the blood and the viscera, and saw your confusion and stuff like that. So it's safe to say that you guys are not under immediate suspicion. It's not off the table. But Hoach has gestured for Sido to collect Austin, the other Herringon. Whereas Puff is a bunny, humanoid bunny, Austin is much of a hare, kind of that jagged, more scrappy looking appearance. And Hoach has his back to the two of you and says, "There's no one missing from the usuals." He's gonna turn back to you. This Goliath towers over the party and goes, "If there's too much trouble here, then we'll have the law down, and we don't want that. We don't need to be making too much noise." And he's gonna reach back and close the door, kind of reach over Puff and close the door. And you watch, he pulls out a ring and of keys and locks that. And he tucks that away and goes, "Can I count upon all of you to be circumspect?"
I don't know what that means.
It means hush hush. It means mum's the word. It means noons.
Yeah. Can I go wash my feet now?
Yes. Thank you. As you step away, he's gonna look to Pierce and say, "I would like you to get to the bottom of this for me."
So it's clear we didn't do it.
I don't think our rabbit friend would have made such a fuss when he discovered it. But you're not off the table.
Okay. Well, I
You've
didn't
got
do it,
a
so.
certain influence about you that I find dangerous.
Thank you.
His attention is drawn by a hey, and you see Austin looking around in a panic as Saito is trying to get a hold of him quietly, and you're gonna watch as he casts a spell on Saito subtly, and Saito, you watch. Well, let me roll for it. Oh my god, my dice. Okay, they're over there. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. I don't want to get it. I'm all comfy. You watch as Saito fails and takes like 2 steps back and then seems to forget what he was doing and just kind of look around a bit as Austin quickly looks around, sees that no one is like putting too much attention to him right now, and he turns invisible.
I just kind of look up at Hoych. You want to help me?
Noons.
Okay.
I will hold up appearances.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And there he goes.
He gets down to the bottom of the stairs and goes back into. So, we got a drink over here, okay? And he's gonna start pouring drinks and keeping everything going, and you can see that little bit of sweat of stress.
Okay. I am going to resist the urge to scream into my hands,
Sure.
and then promptly go to see how Puff is progressing with cleaning the blood off of his toe beads.
You go one door down and you step into y'all's room, and you can see him by the wash basin, scrubbing away at his little footies.
Gotta get in between the toes.
You do me a favor, Puff.
What's up?
Can you just meet me downstairs when you're done with that?
I'm almost done.
Okay,
And
awesome.
you just see Puff do the rabbit kicks, but in the air to get the rapidly dry off his feet. I'm good.
All right.
What are we doing?
We need to find your friend. Austin, your friend Austin.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like I got a lot of friends. Cameron?
Yeah, that was his room. That all that was in. So maybe he knows something, maybe he doesn't. I'm gonna lean more towards that he knows something because it's his room. to be completely honest with you, he's been acting really weird all night. So, and says Hoych deliberately asked to try and figure this out, and I'm frightened of that man. So I'd much rather not be on his bad side.
He seems friendly, though.
He's friendly enough. He's friendly enough.
Okay, where'd Austin go?
That's what I'm gonna need your help with. Still got those goggles?
Yes.
Okay. Bring them, please. Because our friend vanished, and there's more than a 0 chance that I'm going to need your help actually finding him. So, downstairs we go.
Okay.
Okay. The party steps back out into that second story, and the second story is kind of a wraparound deck on the inside, if that makes sense. The opening in the center, you can see down into the first floor, with the stairs going down along the side. And you guys slowly make your way into the crowd, and that kind of whimsical, tavern, almost innocence, camaraderie, kind of sweeps over again. There's, to not put too fine a point on it, it seems like for the most part, everyone here knows everyone here. These are poor farmers in mountainous regions that work all day and come in to drink, to go back out the next day and just work all day again. And so it's a lot of like mountain folk, you know what I mean? A lot of families, a lot of big families. And they all seem to either get along or kind of avoid each other. There seems to be a micro society kind of at play here. Just a lot of people. Perception checks, the both of you. I will also accept Arcana.
We're going to go with perception because I have nothing to Arcana.
I would like to go with perception as well, and I would like to just pop really quick the percipient mutagen.
Okay.
So, arm goes whir. And my irises will split into 4 multicolored irises as per usual. And now I will roll.
I got a nat 20 first roll of the day.
Oh,
Now
love it.
that's just impressive.
It's a 27.
Nice.
These theatrics. I didn't need to do it. That's a 15 from me. Well done, Puff. You're the ones with the glasses, so I don't know where that's.
Well, that's without me putting on the glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't have the glasses on. He would be taking some damage if he were to do so.
Yeah. My glasses are a last-ditch effort. I'm hoping that we could scare him enough to where he starts Invisible Man ricocheting and bumping into people.
With a 27 and a 15.
Thank
You notice that some people in this crowd are getting kind of concerned about other friends within the crowd. There's, little moments of like, what are you talking about? That's not how that went at all. You weren't even there. What do you mean? And then other people being like, no, that's, what's a good example? A good example would be, for instance, that's not what you told me. You said that your favorite color was green. Just little, like, weird little moments of miscommunication, maybe. And the people that are being questioned with a 27, seem to be under some kind of arcane effect. A fluffy marshmallow. It's a great username. Welcome in.
Something weird going down there.
You guys move into the crowd and start looking around. Saito is still just kind of staring at the bar. You can't really see an expression because he's a very overgrown furball. He's got two black little goggles that kind of peer out from within. The kind of matted hair. Think of like Muddy Wookiee from that one Star Wars movie.
I think I just come up, grab his shoulder, kind of shake it gently. And say, hey, Saito. Hey, you okay?
Yeah.
Good. Do you know where Austin is?
Austin, he's my best friend. I haven't seen him in a couple of days. Ooh, a couple of weeks maybe. I wonder how he's doing. Best friend.
I don't like bards. Okay. I wish Azalea was here.
Do you want me to put on the goggles?
Not yet. I really don't want to hurt you if I don't have to. This is the problem with being a really smart martial class, is that you can absolutely tell when somebody's being affected by a spell, but you can't do anything to help them.
No, dispel
Dunk him in
magic's
cold
just-
water, pull him up. Dunk him in cold water, pull him up.
All right.
Do you remember yet?
Puff's just like rubs his temples, just like, yeah. It's the goggles on.
Oh, you put the goggles on?
Yeah.
Chris would want to try and stop him before he's able to do that, if possible. But if you go ahead and just do it,
it's just no other way. Roll your 3d8s.
I have healing potions in my bag. Do you?
Well, if we go into initiative, I can heal myself. If at any point in time we go into initiative.
Oh, that's almost max. You take 14 plus 8, 24 psychic damage. 2 7s and an 8.
Ow.
Who are you?
Ow. Okay. So once per day, I get it's True Sight. And then, there we go. True Sight. I can see anything invisible, including objects and people.
Excellent.
So I'm like scanning through, scanning for Austin. Just where the, you just see two giant, just dark circles. Just
make a perception check or an investigation check.
We're gonna go perception because I don't have anything to bring. I don't have anything to investigation, so that's 17.
17, you say? With a 17, you kind of stand on a chair.
Just jumping.
Yeah. Hop, 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 hop. You do not perceive anyone invisible, though there is this kind of haze, almost like a half-seen. 14 plus 8 is 22. Oh my god, thank you, Audric.
2 more HP. You robbed me of 2 HP.
So there's this haze, this kind of storm cloud, and you can see it in the rafters, kind of shifting about with your magic eyes.
Technically, if it's a visual illusion, it appears transparent to me.
Yeah, it is not that. It is something that is invisible that you are now able to perceive. You're also able to see into the ethereal, a couple of other things going on, but you do know that.
Oh. No, never mind. I forgot because I have foresight too. I get advantage, and I got another 17. I was like, maybe it'll be better. No.
You don't see the hair.
Puff, what do your bunny eyes see?
I see. I see a cloud. I'm assuming it is causing said confusion.
You look
In
up,
here?
Pierce, and it's just the rafters, you know, kind of a bunch of cross beams all kind of leaning against each other. You do look up, though, Pierce, and you do see a kinku. Kind of, in this case, kind of like an owl instead of a crow. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a thing for that. It's an owlin. You do see an owlin that's just kind of like loafed down and got one eye closed. Got a high collar. You can see little glints of armor from underneath a very thick cloak. But his little round head, you know, his little owlin face kind of peeking out from the hood that's up with one eye closed. Just up there in the rafters. Puff, you would have missed this because A, 17, but B, you note the cloud, which kind of obscures that because it is revealed to you.
Does it look like this person is like asleep, or are they just kind of like keeping watch?
Roll insight.
I'm great at that.
Yeah.
Puff gets inspo from chat. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, thank you.
17?
17 crew.
A 17.
The 17 squad.
With a 17, you note that he's, depending on what angle you're looking at him, he would appear asleep, but because you're closer to a specific side of the room, you can see he's got his other eye open. So moving across, it seems that he wishes people at the bar to think he's asleep.
Okay. With his other eye open, is there anywhere in the room that he's looking at in particular?
You don't see a particular like fixation, but he is kind of looking around.
Okay. Is like a Hoach still at the bar working?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't see Austin anywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of what worries me. Let me ask a few questions to someone who might have seen something from a little bit more of a bird's eye view. Give me a few minutes here. I'm gonna go wake him up. Nah, I'm gonna go back upstairs, up the stairs to the kind of like surrounding railing, and if I can, like to fire my grappling hook up at the rafters.
Okay.
In the most polite way I can.
Roll acrobatics.
Okay.
Don't miss.
Let me just fire this grappling hook, but like
17 tonight. It's all about 17
It's
or
a
something.
17. It's a 17 kind of night. Yeah, you managed to get like 1 foot at the beam as you're launching, so it looks like you kind of just walk up casually and not aggressively, I think is what you were trying to communicate earlier.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll like spool in the wire of my arm, and I'll kind of just go, "Hi, excuse me. I'm so sorry to scare you. Hi. Were you sleeping? I can not bug you if you were sleeping. I had a couple questions.
Oh, no, I was just, don't worry about it. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm Pierce. Nice to meet you. You don't have to give me your name if that's not something you're comfortable with. And at this point, Pierce is just kind of like resting on one of the rafters, like hanging, like dangling feet off the edge. Yeah, I'm looking for a friend. He's a herring gun, like that one down there, only really skinny. And I'm not used to this. Sorry. I was wondering if you had seen where he went. I kind of lost track of him. Maybe like a direction, or
I'm Molly.
Does he? Molly? Nice to meet you, not Molly. Mally. Sorry, Molly. I'm sorry. My upper body strength is not what it is.
It's okay. It's quite impressive. Wow.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
Anyway, would you happen to know if he comes here often, and if he leaves, where does he go?
Well, your friend, the Herringon, he's known to come by, from what I hear, frequently. He usually, from what I hear, he usually doesn't stay longer than 1 or 2 nights. I'm Molly.
Yep, I can.
Just staring up at the rafters. What the hell is he doing?
I can. It's nice to meet you, Molly. Like I said.
Nice to meet you. Why don't you come on up?
Yeah. And Pierce is gonna try and like pull himself up to sit on the rafter, like a horse.
You're a human.
Yeah, is that not normal around these parts? Or?
I don't know. No one knows I'm here.
Okay. Well, I don't want to blow your cover or whatever, but so you said he usually stays around for a couple days.
That's what I hear.
Room 324. Does he usually stay in that room, or does he stay in different rooms every time?
I can ask around.
That would be great, actually.
Different rooms, I think.
So, Molly, what was that?
What?
Was that you just asking around?
Yeah, I asked. I shouldn't talk about it. The others wouldn't be too happy with me. But you seem nice, but I really shouldn't. I'm Molly. It's new.
What's new?
My name.
The fuck? This is so cool. Pierce is like really caught off guard by this. How old does Molly seem?
Molly seems, you're not too familiar with owlins or even bird folk, but maybe just got middle age. You know what I mean? Or rather, I should say, maybe just got to adulthood, maybe like early to mid 20s. What humans would call early to mid 20s. I think owlins live like, I think they have a human lifespan. Turtles got robbed. Do you know about this? Turtles?
Hell yeah, they did.
They got robbed.
Tangent, 50 years is their
50
average
years.
lifespan.
That's it. They're turtles. They should be near eternal. They should be putting elves to shame. So this owlin.
Okay. Anyway.
Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop.
So-
I'm surprised that you saw me. I'm so sneaky.
Yeah, I'm typically pretty good at this sort of thing. Anyway, there was somebody apparently that got hurt here. Do you know anything about that? Did you
Which
ask
one?
around? The one in 324.
There's no one in 324.
Well, not anymore. But
There's
early.
I'm sorry. Continue. They say
Just,
I tend to interrupt people a lot. Makes it really inconvenient for everybody.
It's okay. You're actually giving me a lot to work with here. So
They'll be so proud of me for being helpful while staying hidden.
Feff, if anything happens to this person, we're fighting.
Who?
Anyway, but so Molly, when you ask around, are there people who can see other things going on in this tavern? Okay, so would they have seen what caused all the blood in 324?
I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't really work like that. I can't tell you how it works. But you mean the most recent one, right?
Yes.
I don't know where that body is, but well, there's a lot of bodies.
Okay. See, I really wish you didn't say that, bud.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not not your fault.
Molly kind of
That's-
hops
that's-
backwards a little bit. She kind of. What did I? No, I shouldn't ask. That's
No,
rude.
it's not your fault. Do you know which way? Is there like a certain direction that?
They tend to ensure that the bodies are found. So
Alright.
the they've been putting them in the basement. There's a basement.
I do remember that from coming in here earlier.
I'm Molly.
Yes, you are, Molly.
How did you know?
Listen, I want to let you get back to being unseen and keeping an eye on things. So I'm gonna let you go.
No, don't go.
But you have been very helpful.
No, please.
Please, what?
I get lonely. Hops over to you and just kind of like stands on your two hands. She kind of loafs down.
God
And
damn
you're just
it.
sitting there with your entire core
damn
activated. Ah!
You just feel all of a sudden you feel an immense weight at your ankles slowly climbing up you. This pup's just like, what are we doing?
Oh,
What are we doing? Why are we up here?
an owlin like whoop, looks down
A
at you.
single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids.
I'm Molly.
Hi, I'm Pop. Whoa. You're making friends? What's happening?
The owlin looks at you with
Pierce's-
big, hopeful eyes. just fully
His face is turning red at having to support Puff and his weight on this beam. Molly, would you like to hang out with us?
For a little while.
Come on down. And I'm
Are you
gonna try
okay?
and lower myself so
Like
I
a
don't
falconer.
fall and break through.
Like a falconer. You they kind of a little bit to make sure they don't fall, but by the end of it you have just this owlin. Looks to Puff.
I love
Hi.
Hi.
This is Gilbert.
Wow. The almost baby primordial abstract thing that is now Gilbert kind of ingrating.
I love that noise.
That's a new one. I didn't know I could do that either. Sorry.
Yeah, what's
So-
up?
Wow, that's unusual. I've never seen that. We've never seen that. They've never seen that.
He's my old friend. You got a new friend, Pierce. You got like an inverse Gilbert.
Pop, 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 pop. Just your face, her face. Are we friends?
You say yes.
I
Yes.
was going to. You little freak.
On your arms.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking. I'm about to fall.
He's flustered.
He gets
Yeah.
that way sometimes.
That's okay. Just feathery wing.
Both immediately
alright.
just like rubs the other
They're
half.
there.
What are we doing?
I need you to high five me right now through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Don't you give him that. No.
You just, what are we doing? Are we just rubbing faces? I thought we were looking for Austin. What is happening?
That's their name.
Trying
My
to.
name's Molly.
Hi, Molly. I'm Puff.
Oh, hi, Puff.
Your friend seems nice, Pierce.
I feel like I'm actually going insane.
It's instinctual.
Now
Somebody
that,
says
now,
hi.
that, now that you're back on that second balcony, that second story, Molly, she's gonna just boop, hop over to the railing and kind of, actually, no, will pointedly put themselves so that you are in between the view of the bar and her.
Okay.
And she looks so proud of herself for thinking of it.
Molly, this might be a silly question, but do you not like Hoich or something?
No, Hoach is pretty cool. A little loud, but a little tall, but a little loud, but I'm can't know I'm here. Hidden.
Okay.
No one's allowed to know that I'm here. Stealthy.
So
I'm very,
we
very, very
breaking-
stealthy.
are we breaking a rule by knowing you're here, then?
Look at what you've done, Pierce.
she just flaps away and goes to goes out the door, comes back in, goes up into the rafters, like loudly leaves, but then like stealthily returns and gets up to a like different rafter so that it's, you know, when a cat is pretending not to be seen and it's only blocking just like the face. Owlin. Just ball.
What did you do?
When I look, he looks back.
I'll just wave at Molly. I don't know. Puff,
Hi.
we should check the basement.
This place has a basement?
This place does have a basement. Molly told me so. And apparently there have been a lot of bodies taken there.
Neat.
That's a word for it.
You want me to say Pierce? You want me to be like, oh God, there's a lot of bodies everywhere. Every place we go has bodies, Pierce.
You
this
guys,
is another realm of norm.
Yeah.
there is a stair downward from the first floor, and you guys have to like go down the stairs and then go around behind the stairs and then go down another set of stairs. You know how it is. Like poorly planned malls. And you guys head down and you see in one corner of the room a single lantern that is just kind of revealing this card table, and you can see a bunch of really old people playing some kind of card game. There's also like a couple of like these like sticks that are carved that seem to be involved as well, and they're stacking them against, like leaning them against each other while they play. It's really convoluted. I don't actually know what it is, to be clear. I don't have like this cool game cooked up. I know how to do. I can come up with mechanics for games in the moment, but if you guys are curious, I'll develop that further. But really old people over there, and a door on the far end at the bottom of the stairs. Maybe not the far end, sorry, about 10 feet away from you, wall, and then rectangularly lengthwise you can look down at the old people maybe 30 feet away from you, around that table. They don't even look up, and the door is just in the dark, in the darkest part of this room.
Okay,
Is the basement?
This is in the basement.
okay, so we're in the basement.
Yeah. If you go down
And
that
there's the
second,
door.
yeah.
Okay.
It's cool down here.
So is the door to the basement is just like a hallway and then door, or
I'm
is
so
it
sorry.
like
So you're if you were on the first floor, you go around the stairs and go down another floor to the basement.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the basement is where this rectangular room is. So you're subground right now. You are in the basement. And in the far side of this basement, you can see the people playing the card games.
Yeah.
Across from you, 10 feet, is a door. That is on the other side of the room you're in.
There's walls next to the door.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is the only other outlet in this level, it seems.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You can see a couple barrels kind of like tied to the wall, bound in storage, and like a couple of sacks on the
Try
floor.
and peek in the keyhole of said door.
Is dark, but thankfully you got them glasses on.
Oh my gosh.
You
I got crazy dark vision.
So it's kind of hard to see in here. So make a perception check at disadvantage.
Flat roll, because I get advantage on advantage checks. You said perception?
Yes.
18.
18. Okay. You can see into there, and it's all kind of shrouded in that night, vision kind of appearance where there's no color involved. It's kind of highlights of light blue and midnight blue, kind of showing this stocked storeroom. You can see from, you can't get too much of a angle, but what you can see is a bunch of barrels all kind of bound and down. And past that, you can see just stacks of crates with chests at the foot of each crate. No light in here, but because of that, you rolled high enough to note that behind the crates.
How it be, how it is.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome in. I'm so sorry.
Oh
I
my
forgot. I got to
gosh.
turn off my solo streaming
I was
notifications.
so confused. I was
That
like,
terrified me.
how are you speaking while speaking?
Coming through the darkness, you can see how it do, how it be, how it is.
You can see in one of the crates, someone. Oh God, let me do this correctly. Here's 2 crates, right? That you can see in the far back. In that in-between space, which is really narrow, you can see that they've caved in the interior walls so that a body is able to be strewn out between the 2 boxes out of sight. But you can see just that little bit of like cloth, as if a bit of their shirt has fallen through the crack, exposing.
Okay. There's definitely something in there. I pull out my thieves' tools and I'm gonna just try to open the door. See, I'm assuming it's locked.
You instinctively reach for the thieves' tools, and then before you can reach out to see if it's locked, you hear from behind you guys Cantelope coming down the stairs. Oh, hey guys, do you need anything? Oh, sorry. Is there anything I can get for you guys? And she like walks past you guys, smiling big because you were kind to her earlier. And she brings a pitcher to the old people at the table who go, you know, and then she comes back and kind of wrings her hands nervously.
Yeah. I accidentally need to go in this room.
You get in here?
Yep.
Roll persuasion.
Sure do.
Can I help?
What do you say?
I would say Hoych asked us to try and figure out something that was going on, just to make sure that there's no.
Hoyt asked you guys for help?
Yeah.
She grabs for the keys and like looks around, looks at the old people nervously, and then quickly unlocks the door and goes, come on.
Walk in.
Closes the door. And she kind of puts her back to the wall and just like slides down it, so her knees are up to her chest. This kind of young tween Goliath, knees up to her chin, as she just goes, I'm so glad that you guys are going to help me. I can't take much more of this.
Continue.
There's just been bodies horribly killed coming up all over the place when we've been trying to keep it down, but if Hoyt was able to hire the both of you, thank you for taking it. We don't know what's going on. I think it's a haunting myself.
Okay. I got a couple questions, and I'm gonna take out my notebook.
Just gonna.
When did this start?
About a day or 2 ago. I can't deal with it. It's always the mashed bits. And it indicates the vice that you saw. Much like the bloody vice that you had Puff, I think it was, found in the living room. Oh no, that was a alien.
Oh no, it was
Alien. We know nothing. We know nothing about said.
It goes
the wrench.
It goes on to explain this big wrench that can be used like, you know, a vice. And no matter how many times I cleaned it off, I just stopped cleaning it off after a while, thinking maybe that was it, and that wasn't it. I don't know how much more of this I can handle. I can't handle it.
Okay, so there's been a number of bodies that have been turning up. How many?
Let's go look. I just walk back there.
Rough number.
I just walk
Rough
back
number.
to
You
see
walk
if there's
back and
just
kind of lift up one of the
pile
crates.
corpses.
And she also answers with, I want to say 3.
Okay. 3 in the past day or so.
The past 2 days or so. But here's the thing, we don't know who the fuck they are.
So they're not locals.
No. But we don't
Gotcha.
see them come in at all either. Found one down here, stuffed in the box like you saw there. Found another one in the chimney. In the
It was
chute.
Santa.
What's that? Is this some kind of thing?
I don't have, well, kind of, actually. Is he?
They don't have that here. They don't have that here.
Another time we found him in the pantry.
Okay. Just rummaging for snacks.
So
in the body room.
So just because I know this was information from last episode, just to recap, Cantelope is you noticed that the corpse was gone. Mm-hmm. That's new information to Cantelope because she keeps finding the bodies after they've been moved. Which means somewhere in this inn is a stuffed corpse they haven't found yet.
Okay.
What do you mean a stuffed corpse?
The one it was in the chute. The previous one was in the chute. Was in a box. Was in the pantry.
Oh,
it
you
keeps
mean
getting
we
like
found the evidence
stuffed.
of another murder.
The corpse itself.
No, I don't mean like taxidermy.
Like somebody's. I was like,
I don't mean like sock puppet.
yeah, just like this.
It's just like my cat, Mrs.
I don't mean like Thanksgiving.
Full of just arcane drugs.
Anyway,
I'm so confused. It's like stuffed corpse.
Three bodies. Right. 3 bodies. It's been 3.
Did it have anything on them?
No. Roll inside.
Oh, I'm rolling.
I have a feeling by your no that you're lying to me, Cantelope. Insight is a 21 because I burned my
dirty, filthy 20 for me.
Clearly, either she or someone she's covering for is just keeping whatever's on the person.
We need to see what they had on them to see if anything's linking them.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty smart too. I don't know where that came from.
That's pretty good. That's yeah. You know, you're dead on. He's dead on.
I'm learning. I want food.
That means you gotta talk to Mom.
Okay, can we talk to your mom then?
Yeah, but you won't like it.
Why?
She's the worst. There's a reason she doesn't come out to work the bar or even help with drinks. She's just the worst. She stays in the kitchen. She's just
super strict.
Not like
ornery.
that.
Oh.
She's just
Eats all your food. Sleeps in your bed.
Good luck.
Bring her on down.
Oh, she won't leave the kitchen.
Okay, so we should go to her.
She never comes out.
Okay.
She I mean, there's the back rooms where we live, of course, and there's the pantry, and there's the stables that you can get to from the back, and the other basement. But you know, and she'll go back there, but she doesn't go any as far as the kitchen. She never comes out into the people area, you know, where we're serving drinks and we're passing food around, and most people don't even know what she looks like. She refuses. She fucking hates people. People fucking hate her. Sees my language.
Down.
I think that if we come to her with the, air of wanting to solve this problem, which is very clearly a problem, we might be able to find some common ground. We don't have to like each other. We just need to work together. So
she's gonna love me.
Okay, and we're gonna figure it out. All right.
Just ask Pa to get back into the kitchen. He'll probably let you out.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna tussle her hair. It's gonna be okay, all right?
If there's one more corpse, I'm stealing a horse. Thank you.
That's understandable, but try and...
There's worse things outside of this tavern. Probably don't steal that horse. Just, if you think this is bad, you don't want to go outside. Just
really?
letting you know that now.
Bad?
It's bad. It's bad. I just look at Pierce. Yeah, don't lie to her. It's pretty bad out there.
Roll persuasion, actually.
I was actually gonna agree with you.
That's a nat 20.
I thought everyone's just been like pulling the wool over me. Everyone takes that piss out of me.
I've been here like what? We've been here like a week. It's awful. It's bad out there. It's it's terrible.
You guys are from far away.
From Plea.
I heard Plea's beautiful. I heard it's got hot tubs.
It was. They're working on rebuilding it. That's why we came here. with the upward inflection to like emphasize that is not a true statement.
Puff has no idea.
She thinks you're from
Outside of-
Plea.
Yeah, outside of knowing that he was told to say that he was from Plea, he still doesn't know what the fuck Plea is. Other than it's a place, I guess, that exists. Yeah.
It's far from here, so it's hard to fact check.
It's everything surrounding this place, awful. There's things that live within rocks that are like, according to them, crab thing. They're awful. It's just
that's
bad.
just. We call him Winch. He's fine. If you leave him alone, he's fine.
We'll unpack that later. Let's go talk to the mom.
Yeah.
I'm
But don't
walking
also don't
upstairs
wake him
and
up.
I'm just going.
Okay.
I'm just going. They named him. They named it. They named it.
That thing wanted to eat you. I'm pretty sure it was gonna eat you. If Azalea didn't do whatever Azalea did, it was gonna kill you. It was gonna absorb you into the earth, and you were just gonna be a rock snack.
She seems to be under a lot of illusions because she's never left here. She's very young. She's been lied to about a lot of stuff. Because people do. Why did I do that? People do keep like just telling her wild stories. So you realize that she just has no perception of what. She knows that she has no perception of what's out there, and is taking everything as if it's a joke at this point. So your warnings, natural 20, you've kind of shattered her perception of the world a little bit.
It's just Puff
Wow, way to go, Mike.
hovering, looking down at her. You don't understand. It's so bad out there. It's so bad.
You've just saved
Everything
this
wants
girl's
to
life.
kill
Every
you.
waking step is hell.
Above the table, you did save this girl's life because you guys know that there's another stuffed corpse somewhere, and she's like, if there's another corpse, I'm grabbing a horse and I'm heading for somewhere safer. And that was probably going to be the end of her. So good job.
Yay!
Okay.
Let me just wake you up to the realities of the world you live in. Everything's gonna kill you. Stay inside. It's like the Adam Sandler, why would you ever want to leave? Don't leave.
You guys-
Stay
Don't
as
swim in
long
the
as you
sea.
can.
All right. So we're gonna grab a break there and then go talk to Mom.
Yeah.
Dr. Mom.
Jesus.
We'll be right back.
Bye, y'all.
Alrighty. So, the group heads back to back up the stairs, and the kind of atmosphere of warmth and camaraderie return. And as you guys are heading up, the can't tell if he like closes and locks the door behind you, and kind of follows you guys up the stairs before quickly, moving back into the crowd, picking up empty cups and moving about and talking to some people here and there. And you can see that she's finding a solace. Her sanctuary is is this place, and you see her go from that like I'm ready to run to this point is crossed where she commits to this place, and you see she starts picking up the slack a little bit, and starts moving across and being more engaged and pointed with people around her, and you see she actually breathes life back into her.
No.
Hoach, He's counting coins out, talking to other people, and as you guys kind of head towards the bar, he kind of goes and then leans over to you guys as he crosses a span of like 5 to 6 feet just in that motion, and it's just you guys again. He goes, how is it going?
It's going. We have some questions for your wife. We spoke to Kentelope. We realized that she doesn't necessarily like interacting with people. We just want to know. Puff, you want to take this one?
We need to talk to your wife because why do we need to talk to his wife? Oh, we just need to talk to your wife about the bodies.
Okay, roll persuasion.
Like, how do I word this? I don't word this. Not bad. Persuasion's a 16. It's not great. It's not bad.
Andy.
Oh, I get to roll as well.
You give me.
Yeah, we got a
Sorry.
teamwork, man.
Sorry, my bad. I should have communicated that better. I should have communicated that better.
Teamwork. You want me to do this alone? God, I hope you get something better than what I got.
Just staring at you guys.
How we feel about 18?
18. Okay, hell yeah. Kind of looks at
Better than
both of you
what I
guys
got.
and goes, "Your loss." He's gonna comes back. Tread carefully.
Okay.
And leans in. You see a brief word is spoken into the pantry, and he comes back and goes, gestures. You guys go behind the bar and walk into the kitchen, where you are met with what is clearly an arcane individual of a kind. This person looks to almost be made of clay. You see bits of moss in the cracks as this old woman just grabs the side of the pantry door and like slowly moves into the area. Also a Goliath, towering over the party, even as she hunches. The kitchen itself is to scale, and you watch as a cauldron, as she kind of crosses, kind of looking down at you guys with over wide eyes, is put down and a fire started, and a bucket of water is poured into the pot that's roughly the size of you guys. And she goes, well, did you eat something you shouldn't have? What could you be bothering me for? She thinks you ate bad food here and wants to complain.
No, not at all. Actually, the food was delicious. Ma'am, my name is Pierce. This is Huff, and your husband is well. Yeah, they wanted us to assist with, the problem that you've been dealing with for the past a day or so, and we wanted to try
Good. And she's gonna turn the fire off and kind of take a full 2 minutes just to like get down and kind of sit on the floor and get kind of real close. She's already kind of hunched, so her head is just eye level with you guys, and she kind of just really foul breath that comes across. And make an Arcana check, the both of you. as you look at some of the kind of the features.
15.
15. Okay.
Hey, Feff,
Yeah, buddy.
does it?
He's gonna do it.
No, that's all I'm at. Does it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. This is a witch or a hag of some kind. There is an innate power sensed that is almost this like muffling, smothering scent. It's vanilla. And she goes, I'm most happy to help you. It's been quite a bother. You said you ate the food and you liked it a lot. You said, I think you said it was the best you ever had, and that's kind, but it also tells me you're not Fae, but you smell like 'em. Why is that? Says to Pierce.
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
Insight check on my part.
Okay. Also, I got a 30 for that Arcana check, if that helps at all.
I believe it. This is a hag for certain. Quite a bit of power when it comes to things like authority. Not in a political or a societal sense, but in an arcane sense. They generally work with investiture. But none of that should be here and working. So either this is an incredibly powerful hag or a hag in their own right who can't do anything. But you don't know which. Haha, puns.
Well, like I said, I couldn't tell you. But you know, my real goal is to help you folks out. So your daughter, lovely daughter, by the way, Cantelope.
Cantaloupe, yes.
She doesn't like to be called that. Why do you call her that?
Well, I mean, no kid likes their real name. You think I wanted to be saddled with Pierce?
She's now looking at Puff. And she kind of cocks her head and goes, didn't know Herringons could look so different. She pulls out her lower jaw and kind of looks at it for a second. And kind of sucks a bit of food that was stuck in there. Slides it back into place. I'm so grateful you're so willing to help us. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and it vexes me.
So we understand. Yeah.
We need to see the items that the people had on them.
Are you thinking I pinched them?
No, not at all. We just understand that when you were disposing of them, you were cleaning them up of any personal effects. We just want to see if there's any connection to to the victims, to make sure that we rule out any.
Right this way.
You know,
No,
Are you
come on.
okay, Pierce? What is happening?
She's gonna put
Because
one
Puff
arm
doesn't
out.
understand that she's a hag and doesn't have no idea what a hag is.
You rolled a 15. You know that you would probably be like, oh, this is like a druid, but different. Like a
I'm
nature
not-
magic person. Cool.
She's weird, but like most magic's weird.
She, you know that she like does the thing again where she, instead of like immediately just getting up, turning and walking away, she like grabs the side of the door to the back room and pulls herself up and lifts herself into the next room and then reaches out and pulls herself almost out of sight as she pulls up to one wall and unlocks a door and kind of leans over and goes, "Hey, come on."
follow her.
Okay. Audrey, put the picture in the Discord for me. You guys would catch her
hell.
reflection as you pass down this long hallway that she kind of lopes along, and passes a couple of mirrors before getting to a back room, and you're brought into the reflection you see is very similar, but with like glowing eyes, and this more, it's not clay anymore. It's this kind of how do I let me look at the picture real quick. The structure is almost drawn back, not quite undead level of like desaturated, but just there's no, it's almost mummified, dry, sallow skin, teeth kind of pulled back because the lips are curled, bright orange eyes, and pointedly, you're starting to realize that this person might not have any ill will toward you. This might just be how they interact with people. Because as you guys step into this next room, which seems like a kind of large bed chamber, it's stone on one side, and you can see a couple like a full wall of just plants that are growing downwards that are specific for apothecary needs. She almost furtively lays out all this stuff and then starts organizing them and put them into different piles depending on the different bodies. And then finally she steps back looking like herself again, the kind of clay, because there's no mirrors in here, and actually seems to wring her hands a bit. Make an insight check.
23.
Whew.
8.
Well, it's 16s and 17s today.
You're able to perceive that it's genuine, as best you can tell.
Thanks. And I just immediately go back to looking at all the stuff.
Yeah, so in the first pile we have a bit of food that was kept, a locket of hair that she seemed to have taken of the body, and a coin purse with, let's say 10 gold. Second one, bow and quiver, leather armor, 30 silver, and some hard rations. Good amount of hard rations, as if this person was a far traveler, wanderer, moved about the space, and which is easier to some degree now that you're not in a mega city. And the last one is a hammer. Just a hammer. Dented, old, rusty.
Like a weapon hammer or a tool hammer?
Like the one that gives you a particular shiver when you see a barbarian filling the hallway, and he's just got a hammer, and he knows one thing, and it's what to do to you with this hammer. That's that kind of hammer right there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Okay. What was and I just pointed at the body one. Would you know what species they were? Or like what race?
Points to the bow and quiver. Halfling. Human.
And the other two were humans. And they didn't come in here, or nobody saw them enter the bar. They just happened to be corpses in the bar.
Dashed away.
So somebody's killing people. How do we know that the people are dying here? Well, no, because there's the blood.
Well, that still doesn't prove it because. Well, I guess the most recent one definitely did, but according to Cantelope, there's been.
Cantaloupe, dear.
You could at least respect her name. That's not nice. What's your name? I don't remember. Did we get introductions?
I was afraid that this one was a fae. But no. I'm Antle.
Antle?
Antle.
Antle. You're a bit eccentric. That's fine. You and your husband been married for long?
Very.
Is it consensual? I'm just kidding.
I found him petrified in a cave. Apparently long ago. It was still shitty. You'd think he'd have cool stories, but no, it's all bad.
I mean, I guess that makes sense that you saved him. He'd be thankful. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure this wasn't like, you gotta marry me because I saved you.
No.
Well, good. Glad you got a healthy relationship. You should probably treat your daughter with more respect. Pierce,
Can I insight check that? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, 19.
It's a consensual relationship.
Okay.
I'm like, I freed you. Now you're my husband.
No, nothing like that.
Okay. What are we doing? I'm not seeing any connection with any of this. They all just seem like they were travelers.
In the time that I've been in Wowanoid, would I have been able to notice a difference in the craftsmanship of like weapons forged here as opposed to our plane?
Sure. Yeah, I would say definitely between here and there, absolutely. You would also notice that the ones here can be a bit random in that they might be super old or from somewhere else entirely.
Gotcha. Would I notice like a particular trend of that among these weapons? Or do they all just look kind of like run-of-the-mill Wowanoid weapons?
The hammer draws your attention. It's like a dark black metal, unadorned, and almost perfectly rectangular. Just this kind of black void almost of a hammer. Upon close inspection, you can see that it's similar to Ramson steel, in that there's just
Damascus
darker.
steel?
Thank you. Yes, that's the second time I've done that. In that there's just even darker shadows within. The rest is mundane. You do find a few arrows within the quiver that are maybe dipped in like a poison.
Look, it's a snack for you. It's like one of those, like a toothpick. You just chew on them a little bit.
People don't typically chew on those. So with these people, I know that Cantaloupe mentioned specifically that one was found in the chimney, one was found where?
In the pantry. And in the chimney. Fuck, where did I find the other one?
Is the chute the chimney, or was it like... Okay.
Damn it, I should have written
Chimney, pantry.
Oh, in the basement, in the box.
Basement, yeah, in the box.
Yes.
Did anything happen before you started finding bodies? Anything of note? Did you have a celebration, or?
I did start noticing a bit of sweet smells, as if there was fey influence. But if it's not you, and you've only just gotten here,
It's just today.
Have you seen a, what are they called? Pierce, what are the hoof men? It's not a centaur.
Satyr?
Satyr, there we go.
not of late, no.
Is there his horses outside? So where is he?
Oh. Some satyr.
Yeah,
You're telling me there's a free horse in my stable?
You go right ahead.
Long hand, and then she kind of turns and then comes back. And kind of, she's ready to go steal it, but you're in her room, so she's like comes back and goes, "Is there anything else that you needed?"
I'm above table. I'm not gonna rat out Molly and whatever friends he has. But part of me is like flashing back to, because I'm pretty sure Azalea last session was able to mention to Pierce that someone was keeping an eye on, like maybe some ethereal thing was keeping an eye on folks in the tavern. And now after meeting Molly, there's a chance that she's involved. But
Couldn't be Molly. Molly's best being ride or die for Molly.
I agree, but she literally went and said, like, there's nothing going on in the tavern.
Oh yeah, I was like, no, that was Gilbert. Gilbert's just a jelly sludge.
Gilbert is whatever everyone is picturing right now in their head.
Primordial ooze.
It's all of that at the same time, aggressively.
I think I would just ask Antle, if so these plants here, are you able to just grow them at will, or are you
The ones on her,
like
on her body, or the wall?
Well, like all over.
Oh,
all
okay,
over.
okay.
Either one.
She pulls off some of the lichen from like coming out from under her cheekbone, and she puts it in a spare spot on the wall. and goes, yes, it's a bit of a project of mine. And then she's gonna change to a different kind of clay.
Huh.
I've been collecting.
Well, that's well done. I guess go steal the horse.
Well, you go. You bring his bag in. I need to look through it.
Oh yeah, we'd like the yeah.
You can have the horse. I don't care about the horse, but I need to look in his bag.
She nods and heads out. At this point, kind of entrusting that you're not gonna like do any harm to her or anything like that.
I don't know. Oh, she's gone though. I just look at Pierce. She's giving me like serial killer vibes, dude.
I don't think she did this, but she is a hag.
What? That's not nice.
No, I mean she is a literal hag.
I know what you said. That's not. You shouldn't call people names,
no. Not in terms of. It has nothing to do with her appearance. Hags are very powerful fae creatures. She's a hag. So.
You just sound mean. I understand you're telling me stuff.
Did you catch it?
But it just sounds mean.
I it's the same thing as calling you a herring gun.
I am a herring gun.
Exactly.
I can help. Pierce, make a history check real quick.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at him like you're calling like
Drowning.
hag.
You're good.
It's something
You're
you
good.
call somebody when you gotta call them names.
What's your background exactly again? Is it?
My background is I am a guild artisan.
That's right. Thank you.
merchant.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Does this check have anything to do with Faye?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mark it on your bingo
You get
card.
inspo. Oh, you already got that.
I already used that. Unless I got it again. But I already get inspiration because it's Faye, and I rolled a 19 plus 9, so 28.
Pretty nice.
He's mad. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Hags are monsters who eat babies to make more hags. They are humanoid because they want to fool you. They want you to innately trust them. These are monsters. With the monster class, not the humanoid class statistically. Really bad creatures.
do you relay that to Puff?
I do.
Is she gonna eat Cantelope? Also, why did you agree with her?
Agree with her on what?
And calling her Cantaloupe? That's so not nice.
Because I understand how dangerous hags are.
Then we need
And
to
we're
get
in
Cantelope out of here. She's gonna eat her. What do you mean?
Well, they eat babies. They don't typically eat adolescent teenagers. But I agree. It's odd to me that Cantelope calls her mom. I don't know what the deal is with that. But, let's try talking to Hoych again.
Just for everybody in chat, I'm seeing a couple of other things. I didn't consider how it was, how some people viewing this might see that as like dead naming and stuff like that. I didn't think of that. I didn't mean to cause or bring in that specific offense. I was going for terrifying mom trope, and it didn't connect the two in that moment, and should have. I apologize. That's on me. I wasn't. I was going for like a Cinderella, evil stepmom vibe, and came up with Cantaloupe, but wants to be called Cantelope. Hadn't built that the mom just named her Cantaloupe at the time, and then insisted upon Cantaloupe, and then, you know, however many years later, she wants to change the name's inflection. So I apologize on that, and that's, we can just move forward from that.
Now we can call the mom a bitch even more.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that when I was like harping on the fact that like that's not nice. She just that's not her
right.
name.
It's not nice.
You were spitting though. You were spitting.
I was
The only
just
reason I was
genuinely in
telling you
character,
to
like,
chill was
dude.
because I wanted to stay alive.
I appreciate it, Annie.
Oh, good.
Fuck, I appreciate it, Ali. Fuck, I did it again. I'm so mad at myself. I'm getting all my names wrong. Best community. So, after a bit of time, do you guys want to have any more specific communication with each other, or do anything while you guys are alone in here?
Can I try and like get in? Like, I guess I'd have to roll investigation, but I'm trying to decipher what she means by this project. With the things she's doing with her plants. Yeah.
She keeps changing what kind of soil she is, and she's found that it keeps growing different plants that she's then putting on the wall and growing.
Okay. So she's just. It's interesting.
It's almost like a workaround for what would be a much more impressive druidic power.
I think I will also convey to Puff, just while we're breaking some stuff down. According to what Auntie Antle said, a couple days ago she started to feel this Fey influence in the tavern. You have mentioned a storm cloud in the rafters that nobody else but you has been able to see. And also there's this haze around people. We've been noticing that some people have been having some, like, disagreements, like mild, like, conflicts of what was said or hearsay. I don't know if that's related. It seems like something a Fae could do.
Make insight checks. Or history checks.
I'm gonna make a history check.
I got the good old fashioned buck. There's a nat one.
A 21.
Wait, you say insight?
Insight or history.
Still a 1. Still a 1. Got zeros to
What'd you get, Pierce?
21.
So yeah, okay. It's as if a charm or a modified memory in mass is kind of slow affecting the group as a whole in the common room.
Do we think that if we were able to get some people outside of the tavern for a few minutes, the effect would dampen and potentially leave them?
It's possible.
Okay.
Place have a fire.
A fire? No, don't have a fire alarm.
Get out!
We could light a fire.
You do know that Hoach is hoping this is all done on the down low. But
Yeah.
we could just say, screw that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he could hurt me.
A lot of things could hurt you.
That's true. I do want to try and convince him to leave the tavern, just to go like out on the front porch for like a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay. You guys head on back. Before finding all of the plate mail from the packs in the kitchen as Antle is sifting through it. There should be more, like a a sleeping bag, something like that. Nothing. He just kind of turns the bag inside out, frustrated, before it starts messing with the stitching, pulling away at bits and pieces, and she eventually tosses it in frustration. The plate
Anything
armor
specific
is
that
banging?
Yeah. Anything about it that points out specifically?
It's everything but the helmet, and it's dead on. The satyr Salinifel. That came looking for what you guys thought originally was Puff.
I'm gonna just take this, just take the plate and put it in my bag in case he comes looking for it.
Okay. Hoach is polishing off the bar and cleaning up a spill, throws the rag over and turns and looks at you guys.
Hey, would you mind if we got 5 minutes outside?
Okay.
And he brings Sido too.
Okay. He's gonna look at everyone. Everyone pay up, and everyone pays up, and he goes, "Ours closed for a little while." Sido. And before long, the two of them and y'all are out on the porch, and he goes, Sido pulls out a pipe, wedges it into the fur, lights, fog of smoke kind of
so
weaves
good.
outward
So
and around the eyes. Ooh. What did you want to speak of me?
First things first, how are you feeling?
Good.
Deep breath.
Good.
Sido. Why did I forget his name? Friggin' Arnold. Not Arnold.
Austin.
Fuck. Austin.
There you go.
You're good, buddy.
You
You're
having
good.
a-
There's a
you're
lot of
having an
names.
off
There's a
day.
lot of names. You're good, buddy.
You're having an off day, Pierce. It's okay.
I'm so tired.
There was a body, some lady. There was not a lady, I guess.
I guess. Austin, last time you saw him was...
Answer him. Well, I was supposed to grab him. Looks about. Looks about. I was. Unreadable facial expression. Coughs up the smoke a little bit. Looks a little less cool as it's just the. I despise being adjusted.
Yeah, I figured that might have been what happened. So he dipped. Don't know where he is. But we're working on figuring
I'm gonna
out
check
what
the roof. And he's gonna.
I don't think he's here. He's probably long gone. We'll run into him later.
I think you're right, but I'm not against him checking the roof. Hooch. So we talked to your wife. First things off. Lovely lady. Don't know why everybody's so afraid of her.
You married a hag, I guess.
brother.
Oh, she can look like whatever she wants to look like.
That's fair.
That's all I'm gonna say about. Sorry. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
You're into whatever you're into, and it's fine.
And no judgment, no judgment.
I don't want to picture that. That's fine. I'm gonna.
Love is beautiful, no matter what form it takes. For the most part.
There's a, sorry, you finish your sentence. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so we spoke with your daughter, we spoke with you, we spoke with your wife. The main connecting factor here seems to be there is some sort of fey influence that has come over the tavern in the past day or so, according to what your wife seems to think is going on. Can you remember anything that has occurred strange before these bodies started turning up? A new person that walked in that you didn't recognize, that maybe stayed for a night, anything at all?
He's thinking about it, and then there's a pointed punt, and you hear and Austin becomes visible, having just been kicked off the roof, and goes,
Oh, hi, Austin.
I will immediately grab him by the scruff if I gotta.
Now we're going to get some answers. You guys look up, and Saito just goes, woo!
I give him a thumbs up.
Air 5. Saito, good job.
I go, that was actually amazing. I can't lie, that was actually fantastic. Thank you so much. This is going to be incredibly easy now. Hey.
Why were you on the roof? You could have ran.
I can't escape it. Switch the music up.
You've got a lot of answers to give us.
All right, now let's not do anything. Let's not do anything too extreme then.
We're not.
We might.
As long as you give us the answers we need.
Okay.
The old-fashioned.
Make all of this make sense.
Old-fashioned game of good cop, bad cop, bad cop, bad cop.
It all started back in Rillis. The reason I wasn't living in town. How dare you, music? You betray me.
Because the music died.
The day.
Looks at you dramatically and bardic.
Just the music left, and I
You'll
couldn't
never believe
perform.
Bodies just kept showing up around me. Kept finding them. So I fled. And I came here thinking I could get away from whatever it was. Make an insight check.
Seven.
12.
Okay.
Very insightful.
He looks terrified. He looks ragged, and the earlier illusion that was on his clothes is worn off, and he's looking rough. He probably has been in this suit of the same clothes for a couple of weeks.
What? Okay, so what happened leading up to all of a sudden the first body showing up?
Nothing.
You weren't performing anywhere?
It was actually a dry spell. I can't always get work.
Did you meet anyone new?
Met you. Met you lot.
Where were you when the first body showed up?
I was in between performances. Couldn't pay rent. So I was out in the roofs. I was in the bad spots. I had a good building to myself. And
Was
there he was. I came back from stealing food and just head mashed in by a vice. The other one was decapitated, and the other one looked like they might have drowned. Roll insight checks.
$14.
9.
14. Those last two were lies.
Were they all smashed in with a vice?
How did you know that?
Just a wild guess. I'm Magical Bunny. What do you think? There's 3 more bodies here.
All the other bodies here were smashed in with a vice. And I'd wager they started showing up here shortly after you did.
How did you even find any of that out? The body.
We're super good detectives.
There was one in your room, Austin.
Well, there was no body.
Well,
They
yeah, there
always
was the evidence
disappear.
of the bodies.
Hey?
Did you steal food? Did you steal anything more than food? To try and pawn something off that maybe you shouldn't have?
I owed a friend for some forgeries. And I might have took a few things here and there, but it was nothing noticeable.
Was one of them, I don't know, a vice?
No.
Okay. Nothing noticeable. You did, you're holding out on me. You must have stolen or done something that got you haunted by the vice murderer.
Sidon told me that he is like you two, not from round here. And he's been here a couple of nights for the timeline.
Okay. Do I remember anything about gosh darn it, I can't remember the name. Selenfell. About maybe the weaponry he had on him.
The weaponry he had on him.
Oh, wait. You go ahead, but I remember.
I know he threw in the smoke grenade to try and like lure us out. I remember his armor, the horse.
Did you hold on?
He had a flail?
Austin, did you steal from the Fae? That's why the satyr's after.
Roll Persuasion? Roll persuasion.
That was actually pretty good. 19.
Yeah.
Because he said he stole stuff that
Okay.
what would go missing? Anything stolen inherently.
Ultimately, yes, but it's more complicated than that. I'm Fae, and I helped a friend.
Austin, you got about 2 seconds before I start shaking you. Dad's gonna start bopping you in the face. You've seen me. You see how hard I punch. I swear to God. Don't make me you be one of the people that I punch. We were told that you stole something, some appetite. Something about an appetite. Explain.
How
The appetite plague.
do you know that?
You explain. No more riddles.
I helped a friend kill a Titan, and the death of the Titan kind of wiped half a continent in the Fae realm. It was kind of a shite continent.
You fucking what?
Not many people choose to come round here, so I didn't think I'd ever have to explain that.
So let me just break this down. You wiped out half a continent in the Feywild.
Yeah, but
That's step one. That's correct.
everyone around here's got a story like that.
Stop talking.
I'm gonna punch him.
You wiped out half a continent in the Feywild.
does move you aside as he says that, and you
I
watch the
step in
hand
front
come
of
up.
him and I'm like, wait. You wipe out half a continent in the Feywild. You then proceed to jump here to escape anyone that may be pissed at you, and you are surprised when people come to find you,
You can't
because they
leave.
are pissed at you.
You can't leave here.
Who cares?
So
Do you realize the destruction you wrought on God knows how many people?
yeah,
You
And
think
I've had a
them
long
getting
time to
home is
process
going
that.
to matter?
he's gonna try to
Punch
make
him.
a break for it and try.
I immediately beam right in front of him.
Okay. Okay.
And I let Hoach go. I at that point I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Okay. He's going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Is there any answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm firing my counter spell
I'm
Gatling arm at his
immediately trying to tackle him.
Okay.
face. Gum pistol.
You watch as he pulls out this bit of wax, like it's almost like a block of candle, and he breaks it with his thumb in his hand. Puff leaps and Pierce, you shoot the grappling hook attached to your I don't want to call it a cybernetic arm, but an artificed arm, and roll to hit, Pierce.
You got it. You fucking got it. 18. No siree, Bob.
He's in
Yeah,
Rex.
you got
He
him.
can't have-
You got him, and as you start launching towards him, Puff, boom, comes in from the side, and the two of you, whoo, you guys have like the I don't know who's heavier here, but probably Puff and Austin. So Pierce, like you're tubing in the back of a boat, and then you come in for the click.
You don't get to run.
Hoach just grabs all of them and picks them up and starts being like, Sido! Sido pops down. Wait, where was Sido sent for?
He was sent
sent
on
up
the
to
roof.
the roof.
Oh, okay. He would have returned by now.
He was sent up there to Sparta kick Austin off the roof.
Returns and holds an action. Austin goes, what then?
What do you mean? What? You're as bad, if not worse, as the people that sent my family to die. You talk to him, Pierce. I'm gonna kill him if I keep talking. And I just
I think I meant to wipe out all half a continent.
Stop talking. I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. You're going to sleep in the hay with the animals tonight. And if you are lucky, we're going to catch the thing that's been tormenting these people and you, and we're going to deal with it. But we're not dealing with it for you. Is that clear?
Roll intimidation. The both.
I'm great at this.
it?
17 minus 1, 16.
16. Alarm just plays across his face. Sido walks up and goes.
Oh, yeah.
Sido walks up and goes, I found a thing. And it's Molly.
Molly!
Molly goes, and we're gonna go to break.
Oh, no.
You put her down!
And she's okay, Sido. She's okay.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
And I said, fuck that rabbit. Anyway.
And then I cried for hours. I'm a bunny.
Do you guys want the taverny music or do you want the spoopy music?
Movie
I could go
music.
either
Shit's
way
going
right
down.
now. Okay.
It's going down. Shit's getting heavy.
I like it.
I'm yelling
I like
timber.
You better run.
Yeah.
Walking in the forest, Shia LaBeouf.
it. Okay. The Hoach takes the group as a whole and bundles them to the side, to one of the sides of the buildings that doesn't have any windows or anything like that. Immediately, some privacy. There are a few people around that did kind of witness this, and so there's a bit of it, but it's all of the like the sons, you know what I mean, that you guys met outside when you first entered.
Yeah.
Hoyt's Jr. and then-
Yeah. Just Hoach.
Ouch. All of Hoach.
Fucking Hoyt.
And he just kind of keeps a hold of you guys.
That's probably for the best because I genuinely want to. I don't want to kill him. I want to make him unconscious repeatedly.
Clerics make the best torturers, by the way.
True.
I can explain that later. Spare the dying. Just bring him back.
Yeah.
Just bring him back forever. Just keep bringing him back.
There's an anime that goes about with that process. Like they have their healer is like the one that collects information. I'm like, that's dark.
It's dark.
Can you let me go for a sec, Hoach? I won't hit him. I promise.
There's a bit of shuffling, a bit of finagling.
Immediately rummage through his pockets and take anything that is in his
There you
pockets
go.
that he may use.
Okay, let me pull up my inventory.
And if he's got a bag, I'm taking the bag.
Let me pull up my other inventory.
I'm like, you're not escaping none of your tricks. You're emptying out his sleeves. Freaking magician.
You are aided by Sido, who still has a hold of Molly.
You can let Molly go.
Eavesdropping on the roof.
She does that. I don't think she's in any trouble.
She's our friend. And you said you wanted, Hoach wanted us to investigate. I'm just trying to lie through my teeth to save Molly. She's been here all along. She's part of the crew.
I'll take.
He holds her up
I'll
with a
take
single hand,
responsibility.
just like palming this owl and. Okay. Flees, but then sneakily comes back. Just from around the corner, just watching.
I love her.
I can still see you, Molly.
Sneakily comes back again.
I had to
From the roof.
I had to see it.
All right, what does he have on him?
Okay, so he's got two potions, unlabeled, a healing potion, bit of currency you don't recognize. Couple different IDs. Couple different letters of introduction for different people. Different names being used. A very small like knife, like almost like a miniaturized hatchet, like a razor if need be. Thieves' tools. And like an engraving of a different person. The likeness you don't recognize. A centaur. Chiseled into pale stone. Now, won't you be careful with that, please? If you don't mind.
I hold up the rock. And I just look at him. What if I look like I'm about to break it?
He's gonna try to hold on. Roll performance.
Why not?
Roll performance.
That is 14.
Okay, he's gonna cast Force Cage. Make
On me?
make a charisma saving throw of 19.
If it's something that restrains my movement, it can't.
It is a hamster ball, but in the shape of a coffin. It is a wall of force.
Yeah, it's the ring of free action. Nothing can reduce or remove my speed. That's why I'm confused. How does that apply?
I'll read it, but I'm pretty sure you can still be caged magically. A prison in the shape of a cage can be up to 20 feet on a side, made from a half-inch.
Okay, so it's not like
bar
hold person.
space.
It's not like a literal like
No.
like keep. Okay,
A prison in the shape of a box,
so a charisma based
creating a
sorcerer.
solid barrier that prevents any matter from passing through.
Okay, as long that works as long as it doesn't paralyze or restrain me.
He basically hamster balls you.
Okay. Well, that is you said what? Charisma?
Yes, charisma of 19.
I got a 9.
You boom.
Just I literally still hold it. The mouth of undo it, or I'll break it. Because as far as I know, I don't know what this thing does. So
I give Austin like 3 seconds to undo it, seeing Puff like mouth those words.
He's weighing his options.
And when he doesn't in 3 seconds, I turn to Puff and I'm just like,
okay, snap.
You see his eye twitch, and one of his ears just curls down against the skull, and you watch as the force cage around you starts to shrink in size, but he's working really hard to do so it's going slowly. And you see
I'm
him
gonna grab the dude's throat, like while I am captured with him, with the metal arm, and you're gonna hear the servos or whatever start to whir as my grip tightens in sync with the cage. And I am stone-faced staring at this motherfucker.
starts screaming at you, Puff, silently. There's no sound.
And
The
just
spell drops.
Put it in my palm as the spell drops. I have my knuckle duster on. I'm about to pound it into powder.
He sees you do that, and he passes out. And the spell drops as he loses consciousness.
And just look at it. It's broken. Take the 2, and I'm
Get
like
it
doing
mended
this.
if we feel like getting it mended.
I don't know who this centaur was, but
From
clearly.
the roof. Excuse me.
Yeah, Molly.
Was that a fae? I'm supposed to raise the alarm if there's a fae.
To who?
Who? No one. Is it a fae?
I can't hear you. Can you come here?
Yeah, okay. Hop, 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 hop.
Okay. So, Molly, there's a
I'm
lot
Molly.
of people who have been. Yes, you
I'm
are.
Puff.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, you are. Yes. Okay. All right.
It's new.
So, yes, it is. Okay, so Molly, there's a few people who've been getting hurt here because of this guy, and what would raising the alarm entail?
A lot of my friends showing up.
Okay, just to make sure that nobody here ends up getting hurt.
Well, looks at the fae. looks at the fae with suspiciously.
I don't trust this motherfucking rabbit.
Just looking at Molly. Just a lot. We should raise the alarm then, Pierce, and we get a lot more of this.
We should raise the
This
alarm?
sounds amazing.
I want to make sure that, because we know about Molly, we don't know about Molly's friends.
But like, if he, okay, hear me out. He should answer for his crimes.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you.
And if they're gonna take him away to answer for his crimes, I take that as a win.
Molly, are you and your friends looking for a specific type of fae?
Mm-hmm.
What kind?
It's weird. You're right. That is strange.
We're looking for it's what you would call spring. Spring fae? Is that a thing?
Have I heard that?
The satyr guy said he was looking for
The full head swivel owl. You seen one?
satyr.
Spring fae.
The satyr is spring fae.
We saw one, but not here.
Oh, my job is here. Hop, hop, stamp, stamp.
Okay.
Ooh, peck.
Did we have a way to get in touch with the satyr? Or did he just leave? I was in the bag.
I don't think we did.
What was the question? Sorry.
I was
Did we
like
have a
above
way?
table. I'm like, did we have a way to contact him, or he just left, right?
I just did. His horse is
You're
here.
not my target. I'm out. His
Um,
horse is here, but Antle probably is taking it.
I don't think we could just like let the horse go. Be like, yo, go find your owner. It's not a dog.
Well, all of the armor is here too, so we haven't.
Is he just naked? Just naked with a helmet on. Just running around naked. It's like, we can't take the helmet off. His helmet's like, I guess, like permanently stuck on based on what you guys told me.
Spring break rules. Just running around.
Spring break.
He doesn't. They don't usually. They don't. I don't. I've never heard of one wearing armor.
Do you know what this? And I show Molly the centaur stone snapped in half. Do you know what this is?
Nope.
I take my water skin and I splash Austin in the face. Wake up! We're not done asking you questions. Now you give us no riddles, just answers, or I will let this owlin take you.
Looks to the owlin. Fuck off. No.
I slap him.
Okay. I have no idea what this owlin is doing here.
What is this? And I hold up the two shards. And why is it so important to you?
It was one of my teachers. She meant a lot to me.
I'm sure she'd be ashamed of you. And I mean that earnestly.
Jesus.
I don't know what's haunting me.
But
I
you
came
know
here
it's
to get
hunting you.
away. Huh?
But you know it's hunting you.
Make an insight check.
$25.
He knows. He knows something. 25. 25. He's not. Sorry. There's an evil he has not revealed.
You know,
No.
Pierce,
You know. What?
not above torturing him.
No. You know why? Because if talking to him was gonna get through to him, it would have happened already.
That's how
think
I
that-
feel.
I think that if there was any level of guilt in your body about what you've done,
He raises an eyebrow at you.
you would have at least apologized. Something.
Spoken
But
like a person who's only lived under 100 years, and he casts mass polymorph.
would my counterspell be back up again yet?
Yeah, it's a reaction.
I'd like to smack the shit out of this guy.
You will try.
I will try. Taking a picture so you believe me.
Let's go.
Hang on, just a mo. Clear up, damn you! Yeah, so that happened.
Where'd you send it?
I reel back. The grappling hook goes the full 30 feet off, and I whip that bitch.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. He kind of. Stop it!
I'm gonna punch him again.
Austin, I have lived long enough to see horrors that should have never happened.
Be how it is.
I'm so sorry.
How it do?
I forgot to
What?
change it. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Let's see. I'm changing it right now. Thank you for the follow, Andy Candy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Was that Dandy? Was that Dandy?
Andy Candy, 678.
Andy Candy. Oh, I thought that was Dandy DM. I was
Oh,
gonna
that would have been
freak
really
out.
funny. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me get back into it.
You've lived long. I'm still confused. He's lived longer than 100 years. Harangon lifespan
no.
100.
Oh yeah, good point. Well, he's trying to stunt on us anyway.
He's trying to
okay.
turn everybody into like mice.
Yeah.
I was thinking sea urchins, and I was like, nah, he wouldn't do sea urchins.
just look like Puff just like pulls out a knife. Is just like, I'm no good with these, and then places the tip to his hand. But I'm really good at punching. And if you ever want to play an instrument again, you're gonna want to start talking, because I'm only gonna start with one hand.
I don't know what it is that's got me.
But you know why.
And if I tell you, it's only gonna make you hate me more.
So if that's possible at this point.
Hey, Austin. We don't care.
Then
We
do what
already
you're gonna
don't like you. What I'm gonna do is get you to tell us why exactly. Because we know you wiped out half a continent. Why'd you do it? Who'd you do it with?
Roll intimidation or persuasion.
Well, Puff, what's your intimidation?
+0. I'm a man of
Yes.
action.
Better than mine. Can I help out Puff?
Yeah.
With the knife, like, because I like to believe that at this point I'm just sitting on his chest, and I have the knife, like the knife's in one hand, like the tip on a like pretty much pinning his hand to the ground, and I'm just like ready to punch the like literally at the top of the hilt and just punch it through like a spike. I got a well, no, I didn't even need advantage. I got an 18. The first one was a 1. Or no, the second one, your advantage gave me a 1, but the 18 was flat.
I'm sorry.
Looks to you, Puff. And in the very dispassionate, disconnected look says, 9 people was I required to take care of. The first time the vice was just around, but it's so fucking satisfying to watch their heads pop. But I didn't do these ones. Something's making it ill-timed. I don't know why. At first I thought maybe it was trying to be a friend. But now I realize it's some kind of twisted, perverted comeuppance. And that's why I couldn't ask anybody for help. He's gonna cast.
I'm immediately punching after.
All right,
he
you
said.
drive. You were holding the action. He
Yeah.
goes to cast, and you drive it. You drive it into his palm, and he screams.
I'm gonna bear down with my forearm into his mouth to block the sound of the scream.
Okay, muffles.
Did he just say he killed 9 people with the vice?
Yep, sure did.
Yeah, that was pretty much what caused. That wasn't even him trying to cast. The moment he said he killed 9 people with the vice, it's full send punching into the hill. Because it's
So-
just
killing him?
you're a monster.
You killing him, or you
So
just putting him out?
These. Do you want to kill him, Mike?
I think at this point, in just sheer, not necessarily rage, Puff, after having punched, he punches the knife into his palm, so it just spikes, and then he's like instinctively pulling out a knife, putting it to his to Austin's temple, and full send swing.
Roll to hit.
That is a dirty 20.
Already brutally exhausted. The lights are just out. That kind of slightly looking far off, the eyes kind of bugged out. Hoach drops everybody. Because he's just been bear hugging Pierce and Austin this whole time. Will that do it?
It was haunting him, so I'm assuming.
We hopefully got rid of the cause.
If at the very least, he'll never hurt anybody again. And you just see the usual like sparkle in Puff's eyes just kind of dull.
I'm gonna burn his body. And he's gonna you watch him aggressively fold this corpse many times over and then stuff it in his jacket under his armpit.
Gosh.
How long do you have your special eyes?
It's 10 total minutes. Well, it's confusing because it says it's a once per day, but the actual individual spells themselves last 10 minutes. That I didn't ever ask you about, like how long you wanted these goggles to work.
There's a moment where it's just you two and Molly.
Oh no, it does say for 10 minutes straight.
And Molly goes, that wasn't it.
That
To my
wasn't.
vigil, and starts hopping to the side before pausing and like hopping back and like looking up as you guys watch as this satyr appears from out of sight because you're around the corner of the stable, casually on his horse at a slow clop, heading out. Full plate mail.
I rummaged through my bag.
It's not there.
Holy shit.
Was he? Satyr?
Doesn't immediately respond.
Molly?
That's him.
That's Spring.
I can see it. Hop,
Do
hop.
we-
Stamp, stamp.
So, are you supposed to raise the alarm in a threatening way to, like, start?
I'm
Beef
supposed
with-
to.
If they're
But I
trying
kind
to
of
get
like
into
being
the...
Molly.
What happens if you raise the alarm?
Well, I'm not gonna be Molly anymore.
Why?
Because it's... I'm not supposed to talk about it.
They said that you could tell us.
Really?
Yep.
Roll deception.
I just killed a guy.
It's the most important role of the campaign, Mike.
I got a 19.
19?
Oh my gosh!
Whoa. That's cool. Well, I rejoined the flock at that point, and all sense of identity and self is redundant. It's not there anymore. It's like you know how bees share a consciousness?
I don't know that about bees, but sure.
It's
Let's
like
just
that, but with us. We were just birds for a while, but then we figured out thumbs. Thumbs were good. Thumbs were a good call.
So do you have a queen bee, quote unquote?
No,
tells you
that
what to
implies
do?
individuality.
Do you have a corner where you originated
We just are the
from?
flock. And we send bits of ourselves out, and then they have and now I'm me. I'm Molly because I'm out here doing this, and it's really fun, and I'm liking it. But I should raise the alarm.
Hear me out.
Huh?
What is the alarm to do to capture him?
Yeah. Well, no, we're gonna eat him.
Why? Why?
I
would you
don't
eat
bring that with me. I don't know.
Would you say that the rest of you have happy or kind of intentions? Like if you had to describe the rest of your like
Because like you're Molly, super upbeat, super adorable, and like, what about like, how does the flock feel like as like just a general, like, you know how you're like you seem
Feels how
super
I
like
feel.
I get that, but like
I am the flock.
I know, but like
But I'm also Molly right now.
when you're not Molly, are you more of a mean person like this guy? And I just gestured to like where like
No,
the
I'm not like that.
okay.
Oh, I thought you were pointing at me. My bad.
No, not you. I was talking like to Austin's corpse. Fierce. I leave this up to you to decide what you want to do with Molly.
I'm Molly.
I'm Puff.
Hi.
I vote that I just go walk up to Spring, but I'm open to debating that because I feel like he doesn't want me anymore, so we can maybe get more information out of him. It's a lot. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot.
There's a lot of moving parts over here.
No.
And I feel like we are standing in front of like 5 or 6 separate domino trains.
Well, I mean, in
And
theory,
depending on how we move, they're all gonna start tilting over. And Drax just not here.
pretty sure that I just definitely knocked down one of those dominoes when I piked Austin.
Yeah, maybe, but that domino was horrible.
He was a monster and he needed to be caught.
The whole time.
What a twist.
Well, think of it this way. If I go, we gotta act quick because he's on his horse and he's about to leave. But if I go call him, the worst that happens is that we need to have Molly sound the alarm and then they eat him.
Okay. Well, I mean, that is kind of what she exists for.
Yeah. I'm just the reason I hesitate is because you seem to be really close to Molly and have bonded, and I don't want
I
to like
discovered
just
something really cool recently. You want to hear?
yeah.
You can make
What?
popcorn with pomegranate seeds.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm trying that.
That hurt my
It's
brain.
sick.
What does it taste like?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that Molly or is that Feff?
Yeah, it's me.
Let's ask him. Let's ask him.
Spring.
I'm pretty sure this is what he sounded like. Did someone just use my name as a curse?
No, I was just saying hi. Hi.
Clap, 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 clap. Greetings. Does anyone remember if that's what this guy sounded like?
He sounded more ominous, if I remember right.
Bless this eccentric pirate.
That's right. Thank you. Greetings.
So, you were looking for a bunny or a heron gun.
He seems to have slipped away from this place.
Dido? You still got that? You haven't burned that. You haven't burned that, right? Yet?
I'll go get it.
It's a good thing I said something.
What did you do?
He's holding a match in his hand.
What did you do?
So I found out that guy was a monster.
That is
We
correct.
ended.
And yeah, I may have first off, let's just get off right. I want to get off on the right foot here. Whatever you accused me of, didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about, but that guy did. And I point to Saito walks up with the corpse.
Comes out with most of the corpse. He's wearing oven mitts.
If you need that as proof of whoever you need to answer to,
Yes. He's gonna get off his horse and walk up, gaze upon the remains of the face for a long moment. Puts his hand on the corpse's face and rubs away the face. Steps back. Faceless corpse now. And goes. "19 years in this place. I'm finally done."
Wait, are you saying you can leave?
There was no coming back from this place.
before you go, you happen to have any of those grenade things you had earlier?
Thank you. Thank you for this. Yes,
You can give them to Pierce. And I just look at Pierce
what
and I'm
would
like,
you say your weight would be, Pierce, in salt?
My weight? I mean, roughly. I'm looking up my statistics. Hang on, I put it in here. I know I did. I know I put it in here. Oh no!
in your background under characteristics?
Characteristics. There it is. 180 pounds.
You should always remain in what is true. He's gonna touch your forehead. And you're gonna make the connection that the hag inside is the same person who you met at the beginning of Rillis, the old fortune teller. I gotta think of it. Thank
gonna
you,
immediately-
friends. Please take my horse.
Nice. What's its name?
Everglade.
You can have Pierce. I don't too fast to be on a horse. That would slow me down.
An
thank you.
armored horse.
I'm like, I don't know if a horse is faster than me.
What will you ride that won't you need?
I
Get
no
around.
longer need. I am
Preach.
finally free. He's gonna look just into the distance. I've served my court well. I will now pursue comfort.
there's no finer, better establishment than right there. And I point to the tavern. Go get yourself a drink. You earned it.
Flame, meet gunpowder.
I will have a drink. I will tries the word out for the tries this sentence out for the first time. Buy a round.
Yeah.
Starts taking off all the armor and just discarding it onto the floor. Just kind of takes off the helmet and like looks at it for a while. Puts it on the floor and walks away. Tabard
Do you have a face?
underneath. Yeah, old satyr. You can see this kind of soft, almost milk yellow eggshell fur. Kind of these graying eyes, haunted and sad.
We need to get him a rocking chair. So he can just...
I'm gonna like shuffle around in my pack and pull out the dragon knucklebone, and I'm just gonna try and start inspecting it, as I'd like to walk back to the tavern and use the rooms we paid for
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to sleep.
Yeah, you get a long rest.
Before we do that, I'm scooping up his armor and putting
Okay.
it in my bag.
Okay. Go up to your rooms and you get some well-deserved rest. You don't notice a continued shifting of memories and persuasions over the crowd. That seems to have gone. Molly doesn't know what to do with themselves, and so they just kind of stay by you, specifically Pierce, and just like stays really close to one of your legs, just kind of looking around a bit. You realize this person might be a couple days, weeks, months old, essentially. Kind of
I think-
looking around.
Going through the room, like going into our actual room, but I still find that, like, because like obviously I'm like looking around in our room, but is the vice still there?
Yes. And the blood stains are being cleaned up by Cantelope. In the room that Austin was in.
Okay.
There's
Because yeah, like
still a
I would go
corpse
into the
somewhere,
room and
stuff
just be
somewhere.
kind of like rummaging through. Because it's just like, okay, we're gonna rummage and see if there's like anything. Because like at this point, it's if that wasn't our room, I'm going to the room that Cantelope's in because I'm just like, okay, there's viscera.
You move around in Austin's room and eventually find the corpse under the mattress.
And just like lift up the mattress, see the corpse, slowly lower it. Cantelope, can you go see if my buddy Pierce needs anything?
Yeah, right.
And then I immediately open the window of the room, grab the body, yeet it out the window. I don't want that girl going off and stealing a horse and then dying. I'll deal with the body later.
Crunch and splat. closes the window.
Close the windows.
you fiddle with the sheets for a little bit. To kind of just rotate
Bundling
them around.
up anything soaked in blood under the bed and just like up the window. And then I think Puff's like, if I end up if going in some sort like rummaging through our room, I end up stumbling upon the vice, I'm dragging the body and the vice out into the forest, not too far away, but enough to just
we're on the mountainside, so you kind of go up to a cliff edge, and like one of the Hoach juniors is kind of looking at you, kind of watching you. Just throw him over the edge.
And then you just see Puff with the vice, and I'm just like throwing it, because for all I know, that thing is cursed.
That got something to do with Pop?
No, it's a long story. But you shouldn't have to worry about random stuff bad happening here, at least not related to this.
I don't get paid enough to care about that.
You could have helped me with the body. You
Pop's
saw
in
me.
on it. Coach is in on it.
Just walk back and sit next to Pierce. Just
Molly is sitting there going. And that's when we eventually got off of that island and came across and found the continent. And then, of course, we went and found and tried to migrate through this forest. And here we ended up. That was roughly 2 generations ago.
the deed is done, Pierce.
What dude? And Pierce is just kind of like laying on the bed with his legs crossed, and like I imagine Molly's just like hopping up on
the
one of his
rafters.
boots. Oh no, just like swirling around him, like above him, just talking.
Definitely would have been.
And
Definitely would have
Pierce
been just standing on one of your boots.
Yeah. Pierce is just like turning the knuckle bone over in his like hand, like trying to figure out how he wants to broach this.
Hey!
And I'm not talking little fun pin to put on your lapel for cons. I'm talking like
just Puff just sees the little dragon bones. Hey! Aren't you glad I kept that? It's nice.
What do you remember of that interaction?
I remember a fortune teller tried to read my fortune, and when I said no, she goes, "Open your hand," and I did, and she placed that in it, and she was like, "That's gonna be a source of luck for you, child." And then I was like, "Cool," and then I put it on a street corner, and Puff picked it up, held it, and was like, "Hey, I have this."
No.
And then I was like,
It was
"What?"
later when we were with...
No, I know. It was like a couple episodes later,
Yeah.
but you were like, "I also found this thing," and I'm
Yeah.
like, I deliberately
It
put that
was-
down.
It was well, first off, dangerous thing for me to do because I didn't know what it was, and I was asking like the head of the hell breath, like, "Do you know anything about this?"
But yeah, that's what I remember. I remember that Senioristic actually recommended that I hang on to it.
What's it?
So that's it. We're just getting the groceries.
Not me ordering food. Hungry.
I gotta get my DoorDash and make
What's
sure I
been
get my Taco
while we're
Bell.
waiting for him? What's been a highlight for you of this episode,
Oh
or
my
maybe of this little arc?
Gosh, dude, so it's cool, but it's depressing. I'm just like so sad for Puff because I'm seeing I am seeing the slow deterioration and corruption of such a sweet, innocent soul the longer we are in Wowanoid. it's exactly what
That's what this place
Azalea
does.
said. It's like eventually this place will just break you down, and I'm still wanting to like try and help it not. But like at the same time, it's like the things that are upsetting to Puff are just as upsetting to Pierce. So instead of trying to help manage those emotions, Pierce is just going along with them because
Yeah, it's brutal. This whole place was inspired by Ravenloft, and this is my take on a much more psychological instead of like you are deteriorating. Oh no, I didn't play the game, but I just said I want to do something like that, but not that. what if it was more down the road and people had like bayonets and they just invaded and it went horribly, terribly wrong, Game of Thrones style.
Oh my gosh, that's why they call it that. That's why you're never gonna believe that's why it's called bayonet.
Fiction bayonets.
I do love the just mental haggardness of having to deal with these decisions, and then
it makes respites feel
sad
sacred.
Yeah.
Not even in a like in a holy sense, but in a I don't have to worry right now, like right now, and that gives it this almost euphoric sanctuary. You know what I mean? Sorry, that's how I feel in safe places in video games when they're spooky.
kind of warm out, and I was like, I noticed my groceries got here. I was like, oh god.
Fair. I took that time to order food.
I was like, I saw it, and I was like, I just noticed that it had been like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, I need to bring those in now, or my food's gonna go bad.
No worries.
Ooh. So
you guys have a moment, and you guys get a long rest if you're going to bed.
Yeah. Oh, finally, after all this time.
I've got a dream for each of you.
Some bullshit.
I dreamed a dream of Herringons gone by.
Let me see. Bob. Okay. Let's roll a D100
Oh
each.
no!
And this will determine which picture you guys get.
God.
Chat, if you'd like to head over to
56.
the Discord. 56, okay.
Yep.
What'd you get?
Got a
Piers?
flat 50.
Nice.
50, okay.
Right here with the
Dead
even
middle of the
rolls.
road.
We're rolling same brain, dude.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Puff, I'm gonna put it in the bayonet. Puff, a visage of a shadowy, cloaked figure holding a lantern on a stick. You can't see any facial expressions, and you're in this, you know how dreams work. You're constantly in this loop of like trying to hear what Home Dog's saying to you, and Home Dog keep just Nazgul whispering, and you're trying to parse it, and it's a specific kind of frustration for you because you're not used to that. You got the piece on you to like, but you're in this dream. And you're just stuck there looping over and over and over the entire eternity feel of trying to hear Home Dog, and you just can't.
Use your outside voice.
Pierce, yours is a much more disturbing image.
I'd be sad if it wasn't at this point.
Chat, this is gonna be kind of not graphic, but like
Grotesque.
yeah, it's gonna dig itself into you, and you're not gonna ever forget it.
Oh God!
Is she kind of cute? Or they're kind of cute.
it's a person sitting on a branch, hunched over, and the neck's clearly broken, and the head's turned all the way to look directly at the camera upside down. Out of the chest of this individual, a broken tree seems to have impaled them, and where the impaling wood meets the flesh, there's a growth of flora, of bits of leaf and these kind of triangular flowers. She's crying up, tears that go upward, and keeps trying to pull the thing out of her back, but she doesn't stop looking at you the entire time. The head doesn't move. It's like held in place, like as if someone had driven a immovable rod into their neck and held it there. And you don't have a body. You can't do anything. It's just this locked eye contact that you can't break away from. Allie, don't tempt me. I can get worse. I'm not here for
That's
it.
perfect.
Valerie says, I'm here for it. I take it back. I'm not here for it.
I'm why? I rolled a 50 though.
Imagine if you'd have rolled a 1.
I had 3 images to share with you guys, and that one was in the middle. And he got higher than the middle and got that one, and that was the middle one, so you got that one.
Okay.
Neat.
You
It's
wake
not
up.
the weirdest dream I've had. The weirdest dream was the one wandering and looking at corridors full of light. And I was like, what are these? And then that was never addressed. And I'm like, okay, we're going to just do one of those things where you forget.
I saw a man with purple fire for a head.
That happened. You guys wake
It
up.
happened.
I'm going to wake up and then just be like, I got a weird question for you.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You been getting some weird dreams since we got here? Because at this point, it's been multiple. One weird dream I'm probably overlooking, going, okay, it's been a wild ride. But like, I've been having consistent multiple dreams at this point.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean too.
Oh, hi, Molly.
Up in the rafters. Molly. Actually, no, sorry. Molly pops out from a boot.
What do you mean, Molly?
No, I interrupted. Hides.
You
yeah.
interrupt whenever you want, you
Comes
precious
back
little baby.
sneakily from the exact same spot. No,
It's
you.
It's just eyes.
Yeah, but it like goes away and then comes back again.
Let me think.
I interrupted you, Pierce. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask, have you been having dreams too, or?
When we first came here, yeah. But we're able to all kind of nudge into and wherever it pops up and kind of be there for each other. Oh, now I miss them. Them. Whoa.
You're becoming more independent by the day, Molly.
Smiles back at you, doesn't say, hi, I'm Molly.
Individuality's pretty dope, isn't it?
I don't know yet.
It's okay. You take it day by day.
Okay.
If you need anything, you let me or Pierce know. You want food? Have you tried food?
Yeah. I find it outside.
No, and I'd like break off a piece of like bread, and I'm just like, and it's not the bread from the tavern. It's bread from that I brought with me. It's the good bread from the city.
big pupils.
Right.
And does the like to eat it. Like,
These are what we call carbohydrates, and they're amazing.
they're like Yum.
And just like that, Pierce is a little less worried about Puff.
Oh.
Yeah, I got sidetracked. Yeah, I had a dream about, like, I was walking through this, like, kind of graveyard adjacent spooky place, and then there were big gates, and I couldn't get past the gates, and the gates were filled with light. And then I had a dream with a guy with a lantern, and he was all wispy, and I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying.
That sounds like the Mistlands.
The what?
There's it's way the fuck over there, but it's what it's way over there. But it's just like a foggy region, and there are like weird gate lights that pop up every now and then. Don't go through them; they're bad.
Okay.
You know
We
where
don't know.
they go?
None of us ever came back that we sent in.
Oh,
What if that's the way out?
No, they would have.
Well, no, because think of it. If you were to, hypothetically, when we came here, same thing. There was no way out. There is no way out as far as we know.
wait.
And if they get teleported to a new realm, they wouldn't be able to leave, like come back here because.
Wait.
I don't know if it's maybe.
And I can't tell if this is Pierce like grasping at straws, maybe like some sort of like desperate delusion. But hearing the Mistlands and hearing about gates that are opening reminds him of when he first came to Womanoid, and there was mist in the forest the closer we got to Womanoid before we
You guys did
crossed
pass
over.
through a forest. There was some strange statues.
And when we got into the mist, there was this weird feeling that came over us.
Oh, that's when you traversed here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That forest was in a different. That was back home pain.
For the record, Puff was grasping at straws when he was just like, gates, you couldn't come back. Sounds a lot like how I got here.
Those are like really good like scientific discoveries though, where like somebody just says some unhinged shit, and then a scientist goes, "That would never." Wait a minute.
Done.
Pretty sure they died. But I guess I don't actually know. I don't have the memories. I just kind of do, I guess.
Can you only talk to your flock when they're on the same plane as you?
No, they're. I'm not gonna say where they are, but they're nearby-ish. Not really. They're around.
Okay. Okay. Pierce will take out his notebook and like write down Mistlands ? Question mark.
Puff looks out the window trying to see if he sees howlings.
You don't see anybody. I mean, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Sure. I'm assuming they're like interdimensional like things. Perception was a 15.
It is. Molly explains that it is a hive mind flock. That was birds, became owlins through magical means. Eventually came here. And so think of it as a swarm that's sentient.
Okay.
One consciousness, but it's a lot of consciousnesses
You're just gonna
equally greater consciousness.
I'm assuming this'll be this. I'm expecting this to be the. How do you feel about? How do you feel about this?
By the way,
You know about the Spectre?
oh,
I'm assuming you would. How do you feel about that person thing?
It's
Adjacent.
it's the biggest mind here, and so we do well to stay clear.
Good. Good. Keep doing that.
Is it a mind like yours?
There are many minds like ours that answer to it.
But is
Reassuring.
it a hive?
No,
Okay.
we're like a bag of marbles. It's like a really big marble. The specter is, huh, big marble.
I definitely don't interact with the specter because the specter will do things and change you into horrendous things.
Yeah.
It's like coddling primordial Gilbert.
Gilbert
Poor
just nuzzles into
poor
you.
thing.
Yeah. Nice. That was cool.
Good little primordial essence. What are we doing now? We were headed to that place.
We're still heading to Hound's
Where you going?
Reach.
Hound's Reach?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends there?
I don't know.
How? You don't have to give me any kind of specifics, but how far away is like your furthest brother or sister? Is that kind of what you go with, or is it just friends?
I don't know. We've kind of been everywhere for a while, but we move around, kind of migrate back and forth, Wanewards, Waxwards, that way, this way. We stay away from the ocean. The ocean's scary.
This is an action.
It does.
His brain's trying to comprehend. How does it work? How does it work? Without gravity, wouldn't
It's
it
on
just
this side.
always
It's
be?
Waxward. Well, there's gravity. It's just pulling us to one side or the other. But like, it's that way. Points, I guess. West of here, Waxwards.
My brain's just like, if it gets to the edge of this place, wouldn't it just like fishbowl up and then how does that?
No, it's mostly mountains. It kind of wraps around.
You
From
just
what we
don't
can
wanna
tell,
go
it's a big cavity in stone. And then
just filled with
what I hear
water.
from what we know from other people is if you just dig far enough in any direction, you hit lava. Like wet rock, but spicy.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
hungry.
Terrifying.
Just like reach into my bag, grab a whole loaf, and just like, that's for you. Don't eat it all at once.
Do you have any
The
of that
almighty
honey butter
nom.
left?
Honey?
What do
I
you
love
think?
honey.
What do you
I love
think?
honey.
Just like rummage through my bag and I'm just like like a jar, just and then I'm like reopen. It's two little fingers and it's like,
It's so good. Thanks.
I gotta ration it out, man. I don't know next time we're gonna be able to go get more of
Okay.
this. Oh, side note, if you are ever in the city, probably not a good idea, but if you're ever in the city, last star, this best thing on the menu.
Okay.
Are we getting
What's a
out of
menu?
here?
What's a star? What's a menu?
Food list.
List of food that
And-
you can order from an establishment that sells goods. Okay.
This place has a
Just-
menu.
So, if you go somewhere and it sells food,
Okay.
there are places that sell food, and then I go into like the logistics of like,
okay. You introduce the concept of society to Holly.
Yeah, just
Molly.
like-
Sorry.
this is all the things.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's
so
gonna take a bit of time.
I think it would break it up into like pieces, like as they ask, not like
For
here let
today's
me info
lecture,
dump.
A little bit of time is gonna pass there. Pierce, do you want
Yeah.
to kill it in any other way?
Yeah, I if possible, I'd like to go downstairs.
Okay.
And I'd like to talk to Hoach.
Okay. Hoach is just eating raw eggs and crunching down on them.
Yeah, he would.
Shell and all. Just
Good calcium.
good morning. How are you today?
I'm much better. I think I've been kind of stressed, but I think I'm getting there.
Listen. Yes. I didn't offer to pay you, and you didn't demand payment. I noticed that. And me and the missus were talking. Solid block of gold. Like someone
shit.
someone went up to a vein and took it with them. Want you to have
Wow.
this.
All of it?
You'll have to shave things off to use it as currency. But yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Just put this in my.
There's a singular, like, big ass bite mark on it, as if he took it and went, "Kang." Yeah, that's gold.
This guy's a fucking freak. I'll just put it in my bag, and I was actually wondering if I could just have 2 minutes with Antol.
Doop. Gets out of the way, and you kind of head into the kitchen, and it's not there, and you kind of head into the back room. And instead of going down the hallway, you look through another open door, and you can see just this library of a kind. But there's no books on the shelves. It's just jars and clutter and wrapped packages all kind of shoved into the various shelves. And she's got a different cauldron, this one. The logs that are being placed under them, she's carving runes into and bathing them in like a sap or a syrup or some kind of viscous liquid before putting them underneath. And she kind of looks up and goes,
Good morning.
"Is it? It is." Come over here and help me.
I didn't want to take up too much of your time.
Come. She hands you a hatchet and pushes you towards a pile of wood that needs chopping. What is it you
Okay.
came to for?
Well, we seem to have solved the problem.
And
There was a herring gone that was. Yes, thank you.
good. You're
And,
son of a bitch. You abandoned
Would
me.
you son of a bitch?
Pardon me. I haven't even asked the question I came to ask yet. Anyway, but save for all of that and the payment, which I'm grateful for. I'll finish chopping up like the wood log that I was working on here, and once I bring the wood
work
over,
away in silence for a bit of time.
I'll pull out the dragon bone knuckle.
You still got it. Well, not many keep it.
Yeah, I almost didn't.
And has it brought you luck?
Despite my initial reservations, whether it was this or something else, I have stayed alive when I really shouldn't have. So maybe it did.
I'm surprised pleasantly to hear you say this. This is a foul land sometimes. Do you have a light? May I have
Yeah,
it?
just I will take out like my dagger of warning and kind of just like run it along my thigh, activate my crimson right, a flame, set it on the logs and light the logs.
The fire lights and the runes burn green amongst the yellow and the red fire, and the runes seem to form flickering, floating runes in the fire because of the green. It's almost impossible to be that cohesive. It flips and changes. And tell me, as she is lit from under, as she begins to take packages of some substances that you're not 100% sure half the time. Sometimes it's like pelts, and in other times she grabs bits of tinctures off of bottles and begins adding them. Would you ever consider trading your luck? How
For what?
good does it feel? How do I want to phrase this? What do you think? Sorry. You've been saving it. You've been storing all the good inside of the dragon tooth. And you look, and it's not a knuckle in your hand now. It is a dragon fang. You've been investing so much in it. I would not mind that luck. And in trade, I would give you a chance to maybe have something greater. Some risk, though. How lucky do you feel? As she pulls out a deck. I'll be right back.
Oh no. I know this deck, man. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
It's the new one. It's the expanded one.
Oh, God.
Those are pretty.
Thank you. She kind of shuffles them in the air.
Hang on. There we go.
I'm giving you my proverbial foot. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, just to make sure, we're adding this to the Drax saves us counter, right?
Depends on what you draw.
We're up to 2 now, right?
Depends on what you draw.
Well, he didn't have to. Drax doesn't need to save us this time. We've got it pretty figured out. It really depends on how this goes. We inadvertently stopped
you could
a mass
also
murderer.
not. I'm just throwing it out there. It's an option.
Oh.
Like, do we ball or not?
We always ball, dude. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We went in this by the seat of our pants. Why would we slow down? I think today's episode went the best it possibly could have, considering Drax wasn't here.
Yeah.
We solved this entire thing without any combat, mind you. So,
Well, I got
Very
inspo. I
lucky.
don't know if that's gonna help me. Whoever gave me inspo, thank God for you, but I don't know if it's gonna help with a card pull.
There's a lot of cards. Looks
Yeah.
like there's 67.
think of it this way. Not trying to sway you one way or another, but do it.
There's some horrible outcome.
My thought process behind it is do it for the plot.
For the plot.
Whatever you do, if it goes sideways. And again, you have the full right to say no, but if it goes sideways, when have we ever abandoned each other? Never.
You know
No,
what?
we haven't.
You know what? I really want Drax to be here. So we're gonna
think,
call it here.
Oh, fuck that!
I feel like Drax would be the voice of reason, be like, that's a dangerous thing.
Can you imagine that conversation? All right, so what happened last episode, gang? Where we stopped playing specifically so you could be here for this next part.
So that way you can experience the either great boon that Pierce receives, or the immediate, we're gonna have to take a pause on whatever we were trying to do because this needs to be addressed.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh.
It's provided that you actually do take the card, though.
I'm thinking.
You can't say.
Thinking
You
would.
gotta wait. one way or another. It's not until
You gotta waffle for a week.
I'll have a week to waffle.
I trust you to not go and look up all of the
Oh yeah,
outcomes.
I won't take a single peek. I don't know anything about the new deck, which makes this so much scarier.
which, even if you did know about it, it's still 1 in 67 chances.
Well, there's some good ones, I think.
There's a lot of good ones, there's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
I'll use examples from the old deck. You get a castle and like a title. Another one, the Reaper shows up to collect your soul. And when someone else tries to interfere, a Reaper shows up to collect their soul. Stuff like that. There's a level up. There's a 1,000 gold. There's a magic weapon. There's all sorts of
The only
things.
it's like the only one I know of is Ruin, and it's the one where you lose all your magical items,
Everything.
Yep.
everything. And I'm like, would that take away technically your arm because it's something that was made and is an arcane an arcane borderline weapon.
Something to chew on.
Yeah,
I am
interesting.
so candy corning scared right now.
Just gonna put these over here. Say pull up next week. Chat, I'm SirFeffers, the humble dungeon master of the Longshot table. This has been Bayonet, and I'm very excited to get to it next week. Tomorrow we will have Windfall, which is just gotten to level 20. It's a Western themed campaign. It's lots of fun. And then on Tuesdays we have Terraform, which just recently hit its 100th episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, this has been all sorts of fun. We got the summer series coming up that Ben Brainerd, Kiki does stuff, and James will be running over the summer. That's coming up. That's around the corner. And then we're just going to be picking up with all these and an additional new campaign. Yeah. Very excited. Hit up the Discord if you would like to join our community. Did anyone get bingo? We got bingo on the Discord, as well as the various visual aids. And if you want to get caught up on these 3 soon-to-be 4 weekly streamed campaigns, you can head over to the YouTube. I'm SirFeffers, and this is Metro Mike.
Hi, I'm Puff. Very like it's one of those things. I committed not murder but murder adjacent because he was a monster. I'm still reeling over that. I'm like, what else? Because we didn't get to hear what he did. We only heard snippets.
He A, caused the appetite plague and fled to this land. B, was a serial killer and was killing people with a vice. And this was his comeuppance.
Yeah, but how did the vice end up in the whole thingy?
Because the Fae, the satyr, which was the thundercloud, was just messing with him, torturing him psychologically.
Okay, that gives me closure, because I was just like, what? Okay, we're good. Hi, I'm Metro Mike. I do special effects makeup, and I play Souls-likes, RPGs, and survival games on Twitch on Metro_Michael. Right now we're playing Oblivion Remastered.
Yeah,
we're in the thick of it. I'm a Khajiit. And I'm a brawler. I don't use armor, and I only use my fists. Very, very Puff adjacent.
There you go.
And he's a speedster, so he's super fast. So it's literally Cat Puff is what I'm playing.
Amazing.
But yeah, it's super dope. That was like an episode of Clue.
You liked it? I'm not. Murder mysteries have never really been my forte. So my thing was, what if? Well, not my forte. It's always been kind of difficult for me. So what I did was, what if this guy's just he's been killing people, but now he's haunted by those exact same things, but ill-timed. And so he can't go to anyone for help without showing guilt, so he's just fucked. And then you guys show up.
Was he a killer before this episode? Has he been killing people?
9 people.
Neat.
He killed with a vice.
Yeah, neat. Explains how he would have gotten into, the dubious more things. Like that, being part of like the whole
Yep, you
'Cause I was
met him
like, what is
amongst
this
the
guy?
bad guys.
Yeah. It's like, what is this guy about? Like, he seems fun.
And he was telling you, like, you can only trust me. You can only trust me.
He would advise Bob.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Explains why we couldn't go to his house when me and Drax were like,
Yeah. If you guys had managed to follow him back to his house, he would have found one of his bodies. One of his victims.
I love that. That's horrifying and dope.
Thanks. I've got
that makes
terror
me
right
worried
around the
because there
corner at
were
every turn.
Several instances where you were like, "Oh, I'll just go hang out with Austin."
Yeah.
Like, what if you went with him alone?
Yeah, like
Well,
what if
you
I'd
would have
have
been fine.
What if I have went to his room like after the performance? Like, oh yeah, let's go have drinks in my room, and then
Level
bonk.
20 bard.
You would have
Oh.
folded his shit. I believe you.
Yeah, he was just
I
here.
believe
He
you.
was on his he was like hyper exhausted.
Yeah,
So
plus
he
the
was
fact
just
that
he was
we
just
had
cooked.
Pierce with the counter spells, which is great. 10 out of 10 on the counter spells, man.
Smack a
Scrumptious.
bitch up.
On to
Scrumptious.
Valve.
Guys, I'm not gonna front here. This may be the most important thing that has happened. I could nuke everything next week.
We're gonna
So please-
test my improv skills.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. But please lend me your energy and help me make good choices.
Spirit bomb style.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. But I've been Andy ValveMax010. If you'd like to see more of me, you can find me over on TikTok and other socials. I'm mainly on TikTok. I just do little funny goofs and gags. You can also find me as Brash Briggs on Our Flag Means Doom on Mr. Dandy DM's channel, or as Zacchaeus P. Dunbar in Star Progeny over on Saturday Morning Spell Kids. Saturday Morning Spell Kids Lancer Project. Our Flag Means Doom is just a 5e campaign. I'm panic stricken, and I'm going to be thinking about this all week. So, yeah.
You just suddenly forget about it on Saturday right before, and then you're like, you get in and it's just like, yeah, dude, I'm super excited. Nobody say anything. Nobody says anything. The moment it's like, okay, we're live. All right, so Pierce. What? Oh no.
Oh, I'm excited. All right, well, we're gonna go kick it with the J, a veteran of the Longshot community, playing some Risk of Rain 2. I hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your day. This dude is amazing. Go have some fun.
Night, y'all.
And I will see you guys tomorrow for Windfall. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we
So
are
delayed.
rated